hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ya ya hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya 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 hey ha yo hey yo hey yo Fort Beck Community College Uki Ebino yo yo me too gashi dagush kashka yogi piano yo yo wata pevi hagik tabi ikhachia ya bino hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ya yo hey ha yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ha yo hey yo hey yo Fort Beck Community College Ugi Ebino yo yo me too gashi dagush kashka yogi piano yo yo wata pevi hagik tabi ikhachia ya bino hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ya yo hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ha hey yo hey yo hey yo Fort Beck Community College Ugi Ebino yo yo me too gashi dagush kashka yogi piano yo yo wata pevi hagik tabi ikhachia ya bino hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ya yo hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ha ya hey hey yo hey yo hey yo Fort Beck Community College Uki Ebino yo yo me too gashi dagush kashka yogi piano yo yo wata pevi hagik tabi ikhachia ya bino hey yo
Hamitakuepi. Yushke wan chian kampi chan tewa stea yuha nape chuzapito. Elijah Hopkins amakiapi. Wak chinja wakba won't spell on kantuye. Dachia Diana Hipido Mitakuepi. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual student orientation day here at Fort Peck Community College. We appreciate all of you joining us. This event is designed for all new and returning students. So you're in the know on all the happenings, the latest developments here at the college. We'll try and keep this short, sweet, and to the point. And so we have a lot of different, topics to keep students engaged and hopefully successful throughout your experience here as a Buffalo Chaser. Again, you have entered Buffalo Chaser country, so welcome to each and every one of you. In true Buffalo Chaser fashion, what we try to do here in a good way to set the tone for all of our bigger meetings and student events is that we try to do our best with a prayer. And so we have a very distinguished individual that he's joined us over the past year, actually Mr. Tommy Christian. I asked him if he would share a prayer with us in a good way.
How me daki epi daya hipi. Ambe tukile mi chante ta oaglake na hana pe chuza pelo. Wamnisha ge hohe chaje mitha. Ima doba ima chiapi ushimalo. Ampetu washte iyo hapi ushia ke nidaki epi giksi apo nidaki epi wayanza pi na chante yoksi jomani. All my relatives, good morning. It's a beautiful day today, and we're going to get started in a good way. As you heard our Itancha here share with us in a good way that we like to keep things as respectfully as we can under this new thing that they helped us to understand. COVID helped us to understand the importance of maintaining that connection through this virtual experience of Zoom. So at this time, my relatives, I'd like to, again, on behalf of the board of directors and of course our president, Mrs. Haven Gornell, welcome you to our student meeting here. And we're going to share it in a good way to try to help us all understand the inclusiveness and the importance of community itself as it relates to the representation of the Buffalo Chasers. Hukahe, Ushimalo, my relatives, if you'll pity me and you'll help me as we go to the Creator, your higher power, your spiritual energy, whatever you refer to that as, and think of those that are sick and ill, those that are walking around with a mournful heart. That's the manner in which I'll pray in my language. So if you'll help me at this time, how? Atukashila na wakantanka teduya dopa. Unchi makana makaina, na kumitaki epiwanagi makpea ktayage, ho choka ekta hiopo. Unshia ke nidaki epi naha, gixiapo naha nidaki epi, unchi makao mani wayazapi. Okia chawo nidaki epi, gixiapo nidaki epi, chante ioksicha omani, owi chakiapo, ushui chalapo. Atukashila na wakantanka, Gixiapo nidaki epi oyante oyasi chanku luta aga omani owi chakiapo ushui chalapo. Ake Gixiapo midaki epi winuk chalapi wichak chalapi wankain japi hokshilapi winchinchalapi na koshkapi na wikoshkapi chanku washte upi wichozani upi owi chakiapo ushui chalapo. Atukashila na wakantanka Gixiapo mitaki epi agichita oyate ki zuya ekta wichasha bile na wiapile na chanku washte upi owi chakiapo. All my grandfathers, as we come to you on this beautiful day, we ask that you continue to help us to understand the importance of our purpose and our dedication as we walk this red road of understanding. And we try to enhance our abilities to understand the diversity that you presented us with, the uniqueness that you afford and make us responsible by understanding the importance of the difference that is represented by the way that you have brought us to this place. We're thankful and grateful for the leaders that are amongst us, for those that are kind of taking it upon themselves to understand the importance of their guidance and direction, not only for themselves, but for their family, their tribe, their community, on behalf of all of the young people that are following them. We pray and we ask that you'll continue to pity them and guide them in a good way. Give them a good, strong mind, give them a good, strong heart and a good spirit as they walk this red road and make good tracks on it, but for those that are following. We're grateful and thankful for this beautiful day that you have blessed us with. We're grateful and thankful for the leadership that is represented here today and those that you'll be speaking to. We ask that you watch over their families, all those that are near and dear to them, and help them to understand the importance of the dependency that we have upon them. My grandfathers, as we come to you on this day, we're going to ask that you continue to help us as we do these things. And again, as we do these things, we have ways of going to in a good way. So I want to share this this song that we share in a good way, in a prayerful way at this time. So if you'll pity me, I don't have a very good voice. Atukashila na wakantanka ushimalo wakanya pe olonwa ahiawa inkte ushimalo homat elo omakiana. Tokashila ya heya yankaya. Tokashila heya yankaya. Lewi chasha ekseya. Lemi elo haya hiya wakaya wachi chozelo haya hiya lewi chasha ekteya lemi elo haya hiyo ahai hamitaki epi brehichia naha Oma mat ogiacha nidakiepi unchima kaumani wakanya ja naha okshilapi winchinchalapi kushkapi wikushkapi. Oh, midakie oasi wamakashka oasi. Oh, thank you.
Oh, wash day. Beautiful prayer. Thank you, Dex. Before maybe we move on to the next part, since you're with us here real quick, Dexy, Tommy, could you maybe give a brief overview of your position and maybe some of the things that you do for us?
Why, sure. Thank you very much, Toshka. Toshka in my language means nephew. But again, you know, it's important for us to understand some of the, like I spoke about, the leadership that is available to us. And here at the community college, my position was brought back and enhanced by the graciousness of our president, Mrs. Haven Gorno. She asked me to come and help her out because she recognized a void that was needed here at the college to help us understand that we can become the catalyst to some of the value systems that we live by in this natural law process. And so she asked me to come and help. And as she's seen the effects of, I guess, that position, not necessarily me, but that position, but how it affected the people, especially during the COVID time, that mental health issues that we're contending with, some of the COVID anxieties and some of the way we needed to connect, and then some of the things that we learned how to connect again. It really helped us to understand the importance of a cultural advisor, cultural liaison, or whatever. And so, again, it really worked out good. And it was kind of a new thing, per se, if you will. I know they had others like Mr. Bob McNally, of course, my older brother, Chie Tatanka Doba Naji. Robert Forstar was also in these positions. But I think now that we have an office and people can come and get counseling, they can come here and just talk and just visit, they can do things that ask questions about the culture and the value system under natural law, all those things. But again, I have a great big thank you to the board of directors and of course the president herself, and going out and really acknowledging the fact that it brings back a sense of community. It really brings back the understanding of who and what we are as a community college. And I think a lot of the other colleges are recognizing the way we've been doing things with our podcast. We have podcast every Thursday and trying to keep everybody informed and up to date. And again, my position, there's not a job description per se, and I'm kind of old, so I kind of go a little bit slower than most, but I feel we've really been effective. You know, it really it got kind of to the point to where they even wondered if I even worked here. But we do other things away from the office as well, and it's called land-based teachings and stuff. And so we do research on that. We involve other people from other areas, people that are knowledgeable of our cultural and value system. And so we're archiving it. We're recognizing the importance of getting a base and a foundation for that understanding. So, and one of the key things is we remain apolitical and apersonal in this situation. I was sharing with the faculty the other day. That's why there's a thing called the separation of church and state, to remain in that sense of an attitude. And that's what we are. That's what we do. We don't tell anybody what to do, but we share with them different options that may be available to them. And of course, this is what we're trying to convey to the people to bring that inclusiveness for everybody. And again, I was teasing Haven the other day too, and I'm not running for office, but and I'm not. No, I've been there, done that. So, but these things are done in a really gracious way to share with everybody, and I feel it's important for everybody, especially at these tough times under COVID. And I see that it might be coming back, so we need to be careful. We need to wear our masks, need to wash our hands, need to social distance as well as we can. But again, that's what we do. I don't know, Toshka, if you need to add anything to that, but I think it's really important that we also have a virtual circle, a talking circle that I believe Nora will be helping us facilitate on Fridays, and she's doing a very good job. And I tease her about being from New York, and so that's why she acts like that. She's not from the res, but she really has some really good-hearted intentions, and we really appreciate that involvement as well. So I just wanted to say that much. Toshka, did you have anything to add to that? How?
Not really. Later on in our presentation here, I'll talk a little bit more in depth about our Buffalo Chasers podcast, virtual talking circle, different things like that. But yeah, definitely if the students that are with us on the webinar, following us on the live stream on Facebook, get to know Mr. Tommy Christian, awesome guy, a good resource. So thank you, Dex. So at this time, we will move forward on our agenda. We will, Miss Haven Gorno, the president of our institution, if you would share a few other opening remarks with us, we would appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Elijah. And Tommy, thank you for the wonderful prayer and kind words. And, I really would like to let everyone know, Tommy's office is in the War Eagle Vision here in Poplar. But of course, he's willing to bop over anywhere. I really suggest that you guys, stop by his office, even just for a visit. Oh, he's really huge vat of knowledge, and he's very encouraging and supportive. So, and that's one of the reasons why we really did need him on campus. We are a tribal college, and it's very important that we recognize that and that we continue to operate with the understanding that we first and foremost are a tribal college. We're unique in our own way, and we need to support that. And that's one of the reasons why Tommy, we asked Tommy, and he was gracious enough to come and help us with this whole new idea of a cultural support person, cultural advisor. And, I really welcome you guys and encourage you guys. Everyone's welcome to get on the podcast and watch them. They're excellent. And also the talking circle. I really would like to recommend to our students to jump on those talking circles. If you just want to share something, you want to ask questions, that's what they're there for. So again, thank you, Tommy. So with that, I'd like to welcome all of from the Buffalo Chaser staff and faculty at Fort Peck Community College to welcome you guys here to our campus. All of us here are very excited that fall is finally here. We missed all of our students. We missed all the activity on campus. And it's just a wonderful feeling that we'll be able to see all of you again. We will be doing, and Kerry will explain this a bit. We're going to be doing in-person classes, online, and kind of a combination of everything. So there's something here for everyone, and safety is always, one of the first things we think about. There will be some new safety protocol for on campus, and our safety committee is coming up with that. So we will put it out there on Facebook and on our website when they present it. And again, Tommy reminded us, wear a mask when you're out in the hallways, wash your hands, and just really be safe for each other. And again, the board of directors is excited, and they welcome you also on campus. It's just a great thing that we're still here, healthy, and ready to tackle all of our educational goals. And in my office door, I'm in the Greet the Dawn building, is always open if you would like to stop by and visit with me or anyone. And our doors are all open across campus. So, with that, again, I'd like to welcome everyone to campus and see you sometime on campus.
All right.
Thank you, Elijah.
Thank you, President Gourneau. We also have some other administrators on our call that would like to introduce them. Our Institutional Development Vice President, Mr. Craig Smith, I believe he is on the panelist as well. So Craig, if you could maybe do a quick introduction and maybe explain a little bit about the athletics that you're involved with at the college.
Okay, good morning, everyone. To all you new students, welcome to Fort Peck Community College. Like President Gourneau said, we are very excited going into this new academic year after the last year and a half of adjusting to what's going on around us and around the globe. The college definitely were forced into a new type of delivering education the last semester or the last year and a half, and are excited to offer online and distance learning again, but also excited to get our students back on campus and back in the classroom. Our department over here on the boulevard is in between the Votech building and the main campuses. We do a lot of the grant writing, fundraising, projects cross campus, building, new building, renovating and whatnot. So we're kind of in the background doing a lot of that type of work to facilitate the health and growth of the college. Like Elijah alluded to, as far as the students being back, the tribal colleges are looking to have their athletic teams back on the basketball court this year. And so any of you new students that are basketball players or old hoopers, old vets, I know I'm looking at a lot of old vets on my screen right now. Old Tommy, he's an old vet back in the 80s. Anyway, if you are interested in joining the Buffalo Chaser basketball team, reach out to Elijah or myself. I believe the basketball skills classes, you do get credit for it each semester, and so that should be on the schedule. And again, if any questions for that, just contact Elijah or myself. Thanks, Elijah.
All right, thank you, Craig. Definitely get to know Craig. He'll be around campus and he's really helpful. Been on the board of directors for the college for a number of years, so he's a lot of institutional knowledge. So again, thank you, Craig. Another vice president that we have on the call is Miss Carrie Schumacher. Miss Carrie Schumacher has served in the interim role as AVP for academics for over a year now, and so let her introduce herself, and she has a few other things that she'd like to discuss as well. So take it away, Kerry.
Thanks, Elijah. Good morning, everybody. Glad to see. I see we have a good group of attendees just on the Zoom call and a good group on our Facebook Live, so that's exciting. Like Elijah said, I'm Carrie Schumacher. I'm the interim academic vice president at Fort Peck Community College. Been associated with the college for about 21 years now, off and on. Over the last 7 years, more as an interim role in various capacities. Our academics in the last year has as most of you know, has seen different movements with the COVID pandemic. And I'm quite proud to say that Fort Peck Community College is probably on top of the leaderboard for moving towards distance delivery education. This year we have, or this semester, we actually have 66 classes that are in person. I just printed that out. 49 classes that are asynchronous and about 37 that are polysynchronous. And what I mean by that, and I want to stress to all of you students who have enrolled in various classes, is instructors will deliver those classes in different modes. So when you're taking an asynchronous course, there is no scheduled date or time that you meet. You log on to Canvas, which Elijah will show here in a minute what that platform looks like. And there will be your assignments, your discussion posts, your quizzes, all with due dates. That doesn't mean we can wait till October to November to start our classes and get caught up, because there are due dates associated with all of those. So that's what asynchronous means. We get a lot of questions from all perspectives at the college that people ask, well, I logged on, but my instructor wasn't there. Well, your instructor has either assigned an assignment for that week or delivered a virtual lecture that you can go in and watch. That is an asynchronous course. And on the schedule, that is identified as an asynchronous course too. So our course schedule on the FPCC website delineates whether those courses are asynchronous, polysynchronous, or in person. In-person classes is pretty straightforward. That's our traditional mode of delivery, always has been at Fort Peck. If you're in person, you're going to class each day during that scheduled time, meeting with your instructor during that time, and submitting all your assignments and completing your coursework as the syllabi is stated. Polysynchronous courses have a scheduled time and they also have a Zoom link. Now, we developed the polysynchronous courses to accommodate those who might be at home taking care of any family members, children, grandchildren, moms, dads, grandparents, and we saw a lot of that with the COVID pandemic in the last year. So those courses are designed for those people to be able to still log on, view their lecture, visit with their instructors, complete their coursework if they're unable to attend in person. Those, we have 37 of this semester. I'm excited to say, in addition to our course schedule, if you're not a polysynchronous and if you're not an asynchronous person that you just struggle to, because it is a time commitment to log on and take those classes on time and complete the coursework on time, you're just, I need in person. All of our general education requirements, we have an online section and we have an in-person section. So if you're more comfortable taking public speaking in the in-person section versus the online section, and you notice that in the first week of class, please, please, please get to our registrar, student services, academics, reach out to your instructor, anybody, and just say, I think I need to transfer sections. I feel more comfortable in the in-person section. And we can get that move made. We certainly don't want anybody to wait until it's too late and they're struggling. We want to see you all succeed, and I think we have all the tools to doing that at the college. So in addition, faculty will be joining us at 11 to introduce themselves, but I wanted Elijah to show everybody what the home page of what Canvas looks like. Now, if you're a new student, you might not have seen this yet, but you should have all of your credentials that have been provided from the student support and student services side to log into Canvas. You want to share that, Elijah? So this is a student view of what Canvas looks like. And Elijah will scroll down here for us when he gets a minute. I know he's multitasking. So, and this is his archery class. Every homepage for Canvas now looks like this. And what I really want to stress on this is all these links down at the bottom that say instructor Zoom link, e-textbook, syllabus, modules, and email, grades, help, support. That is where you will find all of your information. If your class is polysynchronous, your instructor will put the Zoom link there. It will be there for the entire semester, which leads me to e-textbooks. A majority of our instructors are using Cengage, which is our digital book company. Cengage will be joining us later in the agenda today and going over that. But your instructors have all been given the proper advice and tools to link their book there. Now, what you will need to do when you click on that link is you have to have a Cengage account too. So it's another username and password you'll need, which I know you've all been bombarded with usernames and passwords. But just like your course, your FPCC email, your JIX, your Canvas, if you can store that email in the same place, that username and password in the same place, that will help you in that. Elijah, if you could click on the help and support. And the last really cool thing in help and support in Canvas are all the resources. If your instructor is in class, student support services is meeting with, another student, helping them maneuver all these different technology platforms we have. Log into your Canvas. There is a large number of videos and how-tos that have been developed within student services. And our IT person, Jack, has developed some. They're all on our YouTube page as well. That is where a lot of information is as well that can help you follow maneuvering through those course links of what you might need help with. I think that's all I have, Elijah. My office is, I'm random. With the school year starting, and most people have started school, my kids don't start school till after Labor Day. I try to get to Poplar once or twice a week and into Wolf Point once or twice a week. But if you contact me via my email, everybody at the college knows that. I answer my phone, my cell phone, and I can share that information in the link for anybody to contact me. I hope everybody has a phenomenal semester. We are looking forward to seeing students back on campus, faculty back in our offices. We hope it's for the entire semester. Be safe and have a great semester, everybody.
Right. Thank you very much, Kerry. I do not see the Cengage presenter on the call yet. She hasn't been available apparently, but if we're not able to cover the Cengage specifically, I will definitely set up a separate meeting and we'll get that information out to students. So, but again, thank you, Kerry. So now,
Elijah, I have one more thing. Sorry. When we talk about books, if you are taking a class from an instructor who has a physical book, and we will get the list of those instructors, I think it's probably best to post that on Facebook as well. Sierra Atkinson is on the call and she has a list of those instructors. Instructors will have your books in their office and they will check them out to you. If you are a student who is out of town or needs that book mailed to them, please let your instructor know that, or even student services, and we will work to develop a list to get those books mailed out as soon as we can. I will say the list of instructors using physical books is minimal now. I know it's our Native American Studies instructors, Mr. Bigleggins, Mr. Turcotte. Vocational education courses, if you're taking voc courses, those books will just be housed down at the classrooms for you to check out off the shelf each day. And then science, Dr. Kuhn is using some physical books this semester. Sierra, who am I missing? I think Billy Norgard has one book she might be physically using. So the number of physical books are minimal this semester. We're hoping not only for the student, it's less of a hassle for you to get your books. Fiscally, it's more fiscally responsible for the institution, and it's for you as a student when you're doing scholarships and all the financial aid as well. But I will mention too that if Cengage is not on the call, there are options to rent the physical book for $7.99. And Cengage can walk you through that process as well. So.
All right, very good. Thank you, Kerry. And again, student services between your instructor and student services, we'll definitely work with all the students to make sure you access your ebooks and your textbooks, physical books. So, but yeah, thank you again, Kerry. Now I'd like to do some introductions of the student services staff members that are on the panelist call here. And before we do, I do want to remind the student participants, the attendees, and those of you that are following us on the Facebook live stream. We have a few staff members that are tabulating your names. We want to make sure that every student is in the drawing. We have three drawings at 10, about 10:30, and then when we close up at about 11:30, we have a couple iWatches. We have some Albertsons food cards, man. So definitely we want to incentivize your participation. So stay with us, but make sure and put your full name in the comment section of the Facebook live stream. And those of you that are attendees on the webinar, we'll make sure and get your name in the hat as well. So first of all, I would like to introduce, I believe Miss Lynette Clark is on the call. So if you could introduce yourself, Lynette, our financial aid director.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Lynette Clark. I'm the financial aid director at Fort Peck Community College. So welcome to all the students. I see some familiar names. I see some new names, so I'm anxious to get to know you. My office is located at the War Eagle Vision building and in student services. And so we'll be getting out award letters to students here soon. Getting them in the mail. If you're on campus, stop by my office and say hi. We'll discuss your financial aid interests, and I will be on the call throughout this orientation. I know one of our other staff members will have a financial aid slideshow, so I will be listening, and if you guys have questions, I'll be watching, so just reach out. I'm on the website for my email and my phone number, so stop by, email me, phone me if you guys have questions about financial aid. And if I see anything I need to add to the slideshow, I'll jump back on. So thank you and good morning.
All right, very good. Thank you, Lynette. And my advice to students, even from experience, was always be besties with the financial aid director because they got the cash, so you get some scholarships. So she's definitely in the loop and all that. So we want to make sure and fund your experience here, maximize that for you. So also the next staff member is our student resource specialist, Miss Darcy St. Germain. If you could give us a hello real quick, that would be good.
Hello, everyone. I am here at the Student Services Building to help with whatever I can. If I can't help you, I can find somebody who can.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Darcy. And Darcy is a former student, and so she's new in that position. So she's brings a lot of good energy. So we appreciate her joining the Buffalo Chaser family here as a staff member. Also, Mr. David James, I'd like to introduce him. He's our newly appointed trio director. So definitely brings a wealth of knowledge here. David, could you say hello for us?
Greetings from Fort Peck Community College Trio. I'm the new director of the Trio program here at the college, and I welcome you returning students and new students, and get to hope to know you better in the coming year. Talk to you soon.
Right on, Dave. I don't think Antoinette was able to join us. She's a little busy, but could you maybe introduce Antoinette and then segue into Michael?
Yes, just a second here. Antoinette is our admin data assistant here at the college. She's been working for us for a couple of years now. She's located in the War Eagle Vision here at Trio. And I have a PowerPoint to give a little bit later, if that's all right. And we'll explain more of that.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Thank you, David. Michael, if you're on the call, just introduce yourself. Michael's our newly appointed Trio career specialist, I believe.
Good morning. My name is Michael Cooper. I'm the career coach. So I'm here to help the students. So if you need anything, just stop by my office. I'm located downstairs at the War Eagle Vision. And I look forward to meeting the students.
All right, right on, Michael, thank you very much. Former Student of the Year 2020 right there. So glad he joined our team. Also, I'd like to introduce Miss Jackie Spotted-Bird. She works in our admissions department here at the college. So if you could give us a shout out, Jackie. If you're able, if you're on the call.
Jackie's on, but I think she's muted.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. I'm Jackie Fudderberg. I'm the admissions officer here at Fort Peck Community College. I've probably been in contact with all of you at some point, getting your transcripts and whatnot, and getting your classes picked out. And hope to meet all the students and have a good semester.
All right, Washtedo, thank you very much. Also, our registrar is on the call, Miss Michelle Day. You could introduce yourself, please.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm Michelle Day. I'm the college registrar. I'm located in the War Eagle Vision building. You can come and see me to get registered.
All right.
And the last day to register is on the 3rd of September. So get in before then.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Michelle. And then also one of our co-facilitators of our virtual orientation day is Miss Nora Abu Shaban. She's our retention and recruitment officer. So if you could introduce yourself there, Nora, please.
Hey, good morning, Buffalo Chasers. My name's Nora Abu Shaban. Ooh, I guess the New York in me got out a little earlier while Uncle Tommy was talking. I can't help it. So I'm going to get into what retention means a little later in our presentation. I think that there's a lot of people who know what recruitment means, but in terms of retention, sometimes people aren't like quite so sure. I do want to leave a little teaser here. We are going to be the first tribal college in the country to roll out a very new, very important benefit for our students that you guys will be able to access completely free. So please, stay on, stay tuned. Really excited about this initiative, and I think it's going to be a real game changer for our students.
Okay, thank you very much, Nora. We have a number of different student workers that will be in and out of our department, but these are some of the important individuals I want students definitely to get to know through facial recognition. Even though it's a virtual format, at any point in time between now and during your experience as a student here at Fort Peck Community College, doesn't matter if you're a distant student or you live right in Wolf Point or Poplar or anywhere in between, come on over to Student Services, the War Eagle Vision building here in Poplar. We'd like to get to know you. There's just many different resources, different supports that all these individuals will talk about a little bit more in our presentation here, but super important. Also, and then Tommy discussed his role with the college here earlier. He's located downstairs at War Eagle Vision building. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and get started with the actual slide presentation. Let's see here. Okay. welcome to Buffalo Chaser Country. Watape Makoche. Okay, so super important is the steps to registration. So we've developed, I guess, a clear-cut process for students to start from A to Z. How do you register? That's everything from registering for the courses, but to actually getting your securing your financial aid, and who's the key figures to people and where to go for students to complete that process. So we'll discuss that now, and I will let Nora take over.
All right, guys, so here are our steps to registration. If you're a new student, you could be viewing and maybe you've partially enrolled or you haven't fully enrolled yet. So here's how we go. So what I like to do, and Michael likes to do this as well, is advising. So if you want to talk about what you want to do during your time at FPCC, if you have ideas of a program for a bachelor's that you want to get into after FPCC, we can help you explore different options, different ideas that you have. There was a student who came to my office yesterday. He wants to start his own business and is really interested in entrepreneurship. And we were talking about how the business program can help. And I even gave him additional resources outside of what we offer FPCC to help him reach his goals. We can help you save money by looking at which of our courses overlap with other degree programs. We can help you choose the best format for your schedule. So if you're working full-time, that may be asynchronous, which is, as Kerry mentioned earlier, no set class times, that's fully self-paced online. You might prefer to learn polysynchronously, you know, having the option to come in person or view over Zoom. So it's about customizing your schedule to your learning style and your unique needs. So that's step one. Come see me, come see Michael. Step two, you want to register online at fpcc.edu. We have a couple extra things to go along with our online application. We have a student profile survey, which essentially lets us know what kind of needs you have as a student. It helps us get our demographic information so we know how to best help our students. With the student profile survey, you can let us know if you need a laptop, if you need internet, and we ask all of our students to complete that. And we have a brand new financial assistance application. We received some funds just to help us deal with the COVID-19 sort of environment that we find ourselves in. So we encourage all of our students to apply for the COVID-19 financial assistance application. It's sort of like an extra cushion. And regardless of whether you're employed or unemployed, your employment status doesn't matter, regardless of your needs. Everybody who applies is going to receive some sort of help. So we ask all of our students to complete this. And I will be sending out the link to that application in your email shortly after our presentation is over. So that is step two. And if you don't have a computer at home, please come into Student Services in the War Eagle Vision building and we can hook you up. So step three, if you're a new student, come take the Accuplacer test. You want to see David and Antoinette. If you're a distance learning student, then you can reach out to Michelle and her email is right there on the screen, or give us a call. And then, like I mentioned before, the student profile survey, that's going to let us know if you need laptop, if you need internet. You want to fill out the TRIO form. David is going to go over the benefits of TRIO later, but this is especially if you're a low-income student or if you're the first person in your family to go to college. And we can help you fill out your financial aid applications, such as the American Indian College Fund and FAFSA. So if you come in, we can get this all done in one shot. And we're also happy to help you out over Zoom if you're a distance student. Step 7, you want to bring in your official high school or GED transcripts. You want to, if you've already been to college or have some credits under your belt, bring in your official college transcript. And if you're a tribal member, then bring in your tribal enrollment. And then Jackie's going to help you process your application. And you're going to receive your email address, your JIX account number, and your password. And your JIX account number is, it's basically your student ID. That's what you're going to use to log into your online tools like Canvas and receive your student, your student records online. Right after you see Jackie, go see Michelle. She's awesome. You're going to get your academic plan and register for classes. And then, and this is important because if you don't do this, then you're going to feel like you're behind in your classes. We have online tools. We have Canvas, which is basically like the home for all of your online classes. JIX, that's your student record. So if you want to look at your grades, your transcript, you log on to JIX. And Cengage is the home for your ebooks. And these tools they're actually not that hard to use. They're pretty easy to use. They're pretty intuitive. We have tutorials to show you how to use them. And if you want to call us, if you're a distance student, or come in, that's even better if you want to come in and do some tutorials. But an important part of registering is to learn how to use our online tools so that you can be successful in our classes. So we offer digital literacy tutorials in person or over Zoom. And the people to reach out to for that are going to be David and Antoinette.
Oops.
If you're a returning student, process is simpler. I always welcome, even if you've been here for a year, no matter how long you've been a student, it's never too late to ask questions or try to figure out what you want to do. Come into advising, see me, see Michael. You need to register online if you're a returning student. You can come in and use the computers. You can do it from your own computer. And if you're a returning student, you're still going to need to fill out the student profile survey, and you are definitely welcome to fill out the financial assistance application. And then you can go to Michelle, get your academic plan, register for classes, and of course, financial aid. Make friends with Lynette. She is the money. All right, see, that wasn't too hard.
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much, Nora. Very super helpful. So, and again, for those of you that maybe didn't quite understand all the little nuances of that presentation, you're more than welcome. I think most of the staff has put their contact information in the chat box. So just check that. Give us a call, shoot us an email, or just stop on over. We can schedule an appointment, but we also just do walk-in. So Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. There'll always be somebody here. So we'll definitely hook you up. So now with the next part of the digital literacy, as she alluded to, there's some email videos, there's a Canvas video and a JIX video. We'll just kind of review those real quick.
Thanks for checking on our website. If you're here, you're probably having a little difficulty technology-wise, either with Canvas or email. First thing first, before you even get started, get a pencil, get a paper, pause the video, check the graphic. You need to reach out to us immediately, either by phone, 406-768-6300, or by contacting us through the website, fpcc.edu/contact. You will have to have your student ID number, your actual student email account, and we can supply you with any of your passwords from there. So if you don't have that information, pause the video and get that first, and we'll get you going. Welcome to this video. This one will be specifically talking about your student email account, why it's important to you, a few features within the account that is extremely powerful, that's paid for by us, free to you. Go ahead, grab a seat. Let's get started. Again, the first thing we're going to want to do is go to our website, FPCC. So go to www.fpcc.edu in your browser. Navigate to the hyperlink for FPCC email. At this point, you're going to be redirected to a login screen for Microsoft. It is login.microsoftonline.com. Ideally, once you get to this point, a really good practice is either to add it to your favorites or simply highlight the entire URL, copy it, and paste it into a shortcut on your desktop just to make it a nice, easy access for you in the future. But what we want to do is get you going and logged in.
Okay. Was there any technical difficulty? Were you able to see the video or are you just hearing it?
I was just hearing it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, we'll back
When you
up.
shared the screen, did you do the advanced?
What I'll do is we will go
I think
back.
you may need to open up the video in a separate screen on YouTube and then share that one.
That's what I'm doing right now. So sorry about that. We will go back and that part.
Thanks for checking on our website. If you're here, you're probably having a little difficulty technology-wise, either with Canvas, your email. First thing first, before you even get started, get a pencil, get a paper, pause the video, check the graphic. You need to reach out to us immediately, either by phone, 406-768-6300, or by contacting us through the website, fpcc.edu/contact. You will have to have your student ID number, your actual student email account, and we can supply you with any of your passwords from there. So if you don't have that information, pause the video and get that first, and we'll get you going. Welcome to this video. This one will be specifically talking about your student email account, why it's important to you, a few features within the account that is extremely powerful, that's paid for by us, free to you. Go ahead, grab a seat, let's get started. Again, the first thing we're going to want to do is go to our website, FPCC. So go to www.fpcc.edu in your browser, navigate to the hyperlink for FPCC email. At this point, you're going to be redirected to a login screen for Microsoft. It is login.microsoftonline.com. Ideally, once you get to this point, a really good practice is either to add it to your favorites or simply highlight the entire URL, copy it, and paste it into a shortcut on your desktop just to make it a nice, easy access for you in the future. But what we want to do is get you going and logged in. Once you've reached the Outlook login screen, which is your Microsoft 365 account, your free licensing that goes along with your student enrollment, the syntax is very important. You're going to need to enter your first name, dot, your last name, at, and here's where we always seem to get into trouble, student.fpcc.edu. Not students plural, not fpcc.edu, student.fpcc.edu, exactly like you're going to see on the screen. You're going to hit next. You'll be prompted to put in your password. Once you've gotten into your account, you can see now that it defaults to Outlook. Outlook is our email client that we use. It's our official communication tool for our students and our faculty. It is what we communicate with you for scholarship offers, any opportunities that come up. We will not use your private accounts. So this is your nice generic account that you can interact with us, no issues. The one big thing that we want to make sure you understand is once you're in your Outlook, right here on the screen, in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see the app launcher. When you open the apps, you're going to have access to a number of extra apps that are all part of your licensing. So not only does it have a communication tool Outlook, you're going to have access to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, anything that you might need to further success or further assignment to finish your assignments in your classroom, all available for free once you're signed up with FPCC. So if you have any other issues with your email or you're having difficulty logging in, again, reach out to IT, give us a call, 406-768-6300, or contact us on the graphic below or the graphic that you see that contains our URL, fpcc.edu/contact. Submit the form. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, our IT director, Mr. Jack Sprague, super helpful. Another individual in IT is Rodney Polson. So if you get a chance, definitely.
Hello and welcome. In this 14-day beginner.
Definitely get to know those individuals, but they're always on campus, either in Wolf Point or Poplar. Let's see here. We will get to the next Canvas video here. So super important that we get familiar with that program. Okay, how to Canvas. Find out how to set up your account, manage your courses, and view your grades. We did a little overview earlier on my archery class in Canvas, but we'll see what everything you need to know for this video.
Thanks for checking on our web.
1 second, try to load it up here. Okay, so hopefully everybody can see the screen at this point.
Thanks for checking on our website. If you're here, you're probably having a little difficulty technology-wise, either with Canvas or email. First thing first, before you even get started, get a pencil, get a paper, pause the video, check the graphic. You need to reach out to us immediately, either by phone, 406-768-6300, or by contacting us through the website, fpcc.edu/contact. You will have to have your student ID number, your actual student email account, and we can supply you with any of your passwords from there. So if you don't have that information, pause the video and get that first, and we'll get you going. We're going to go through a real quick how-to video today discussing Canvas, get you all squared away. So if you can, grab a pencil, grab a piece of paper, take a few notes, have a seat, and we'll get started. Always, and best practices for us is always go to www.fpcc.edu. There you'll get a lot of references, but we'll start with getting into our Canvas account. Once you navigate over to FPCC Canvas, you'll click on that, and it's going to redirect you to a website, fpcc.instructure.com. You'll find it in your URL. We'll do a quick little bonus tip right here. Ideally, once you get to this point, a really good practice is either to add it to your favorites, add it to your bookmarks if you're using an Apple product, or simply highlight the entire URL, copy it, and paste it into a shortcut on your desktop just to make it a nice, easy access for you in the future. Once we're redirected to the URL, you'll enter in your student ID number, enter in your password, and there you go. So now you've successfully logged into Canvas. The first thing you're going to notice is in a policy acceptance screen, you have to select agree. It's not selected by default. Hit submit. We're redirected to our course site. You will see now that you're in your dashboard, and one of the things to take note of immediately is on your course list right here where the cursor is, you will need to accept any courses that you've been invited into. Once you're completed, you will also see a pop-up screen talking about your tour. This is a great thing to go through whenever you get a chance to do it. You don't have to do it now, but if you do select not now, it's always available in the help button. And now you're in Canvas, and there's all your classes, and you're good to go for the semester. Have a great semester, and hope to see you again next semester.
Okay, and then let's see
How long was it, son?
Hey, hi, yeah, hey, hi, yeah, hey, hi, hi.
Now we are at JIX. How to JIX, another super important part of your virtual student experience. So,
Thanks for checking.
load this up here. Okay, can everybody see the screen? No, okay. Stop this share and go back in here. We good? Okay. All right. How to.
Thanks for checking on our website. If you're here, you're probably having a little difficulty technology-wise, either with Canvas, your email. First thing first, before you even get started, get a pencil, get a paper, pause the video, check the graphic. You need to reach out to us immediately, either by phone, 406-768-6300, or by contacting us through the website, fpcc.edu/contact. You will have to have your student ID number, your actual student email account, and we can supply you with any of your passwords from there. So if you don't have that information, pause the video and get that first, and we'll get you going. Today we're going to be discussing JICS, a little bit of a complicated subject. Why is it important to you? What does it even mean? We always refer to it, or you may hear staff refer to it as JICS. It's your My FPCC portal. What it's going to allow you to do is check your grades, your midterm grades, your bills, pre-register for next semester. So it is a pretty important interface that you should be aware of. With that being said, go ahead and have a seat. We'll take a quick run and see if we can get you logged in. As always, start with www.fpcc.edu. Once you've located our website, our homepage, you'll need to navigate to the link labeled My FPCC JICS. You'll click on that link. It's going to take you to a login screen. Upper right-hand corner is going to be username, password. Again, best practices, bonus tip. Go ahead and bookmark this, add it to your favorites, or simply select and highlight, copy and paste the entire URL into a shortcut on your desktop. Makes it easier for you in the future. Now here's the trick. Where it says username, it's actually your student ID number, not your email address, not your name, your student ID number, then your password, and you're logged in. So as you can see here, lots of stuff, lots of business, lots of busy screens for you as a student. Probably most importantly is the student tab. Will allow you to get in, pull reports on your midterm grades, look at your billing under finance, advising, registration. Not something you need day one to get going for classes, but definitely something you need to manage your career as a student to make sure you're progressing the correct way. If you have any more issues with JICS or want more information regarding technology, feel free to call IT at FPCC 406-768-6300, or reach out to us through our URL, fpcc.edu/contact. Hit us up, give us your question. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Have a great day.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break.
Hey, hi, yeah, hey, hi, yeah.
We are going to, we have a student drawing. We have some items that we alluded to earlier. Apple iWatches, foodie cards, man. We're going to hook you guys up. So make sure if you are following us on the book, Facebook, put your name in that comment section. And then don't be afraid to give us a like, give us a share, smash that love button, show us some love. We'd appreciate that. That's how we get the word out. So what we'll do is I believe Darcy has the spinner. So she puts everybody's name that's on the webinar, the students anyways. And then all the students that are on Facebook, I think they've had adequate time to load that up. And so we'll let her, we'll just take like a 2-minute break, like 2 minutes. So at 10:12 on my watch here. So 10:14, 10:15, quarter after, we'll come back. So kind of stretch out a little bit. We don't want to lose you. So come back, but you have to be present to win those iWatches. So we'll be right back. Okay, Darcy, just give me the thumbs up, I guess, when you believe we are fully loaded, ready to go for the spinner. Darcy has a lot of cousins here, so that's why we did that spinner. That way it's totally random. So anyways, it looks like we're off to the first drawing winner. Kristen Peterson, the winner of an Apple iWatch. Winner,
Okay, sorry, I couldn't unmute myself.
We followed you, but we got another one. We're going to do 2. We'll do a total of 6. So Kristen Peterson, you are the winner of an Apple iWatch. We got them here over at Student Services. So stop on over later. We can mail it out wherever you're at. And then we also have $100 worth of Albertson food card in our next.
Are we ready?
Yep, let's do this.
It's all right though, but me actually.
Erica Lame Bear, winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations to Erica, $100 Albertsons food cards, man. Congratulations. You can redeem those over here at Student Services and or just give us a call and we'll figure out a way to mail those to you. So congratulations to both of you, Christian, and for sticking it out here with us. We want to incentivize participation. And Erica, congratulations to both of you. So with that, we'll get moving along with the agenda here. Thank you, Darcy, for doing that. We'll get back to sharing the PowerPoint. Prize drawing, been there, done that. Student Services. So, oh, I forgot I took that selfie that one day. Hair was all bushed up. Okay, so going left to right here, Elijah Hopkins, the VP of Student Services. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a former student here, graduated, and then because I utilize many of the services provided here at Fort Peck Community College, I use it kind of as like a launch pad to go over and get a bachelor's and a master's degree, and I'm working on a doc program. That's all because of Fort Peck Community College. I really am indebted to this institution over the years. So it's really been made a huge impact on my life, both personally, professionally, educationally. So my office is located over here at the Student Services building, which is kind of like the hub of Student Services, but we do our best. We do our best to get over to the Wolf Point campus over there as well. We're going to definitely do our best to get over there, send some representation from our office over there. So, and then earlier, Miss Lynette Clark, I believe she already introduced herself, but there she is. Michelle Day, registrar. Jackie Spotted Bird, admissions officer. Michelle and Jackie work in tandem to pull everybody through the system. So you've either met with them directly or over the phone. And Darcy, I almost kind of like view that position that she's in now as like the quarterback. So when a student comes in, walks in the door, she's just like, she maps them where they need to go. It's like, you go here, you go here. So I tip my hat to her because she does a lot of hard work, and there's a lot of phone calls and different people coming in, but she's always there, and she's definitely a good resource. And same thing with Nora. Her office is located right here upstairs of the War Eagle Vision building as well. And so she brings in naturally a lot of experience to the table, different jobs she's had in New York and whatnot. And so she's been super helpful, especially engaging the online platform for our distance learning students. And so super helpful. She's also taken a few classes, so she has that good perspective. And then as I alluded to earlier, Michael Cooper the third is a former student of the year, 2020. And then we roped him in here to be our career coach. So he's super helpful and really good at technology. And so he's going to be assisting students, working with academics to make sure and line them up with their academic aligns with their career choices. And then David James earlier introduced himself. He's our newly appointed TRIO director. Super helpful. You'll see him a lot over here. And then Antoinette Simons, I think she's on the call, but she's super helpful, former student, and she works in tandem with David and Michael over there. And then Tommy naturally introduced himself earlier. Just Ikjewi Chasha, that guy, just common man, but he's very very helpful. He alluded to some of those things, but he's a former world champion dancer. You know, he doesn't like to talk about that, so we got to brag him up a little bit. So he talks about that, and he MCs a lot of over the years powwows, like Ayapaha. If you listen to our podcast, and we'll talk about it a little bit more later on, he has that understanding and that right, and so he's really helping a lot of us along institutionally, along with our students, to have that good perspective. So, and together, we are the Student Services Dream Team. So, again, that's who we are. Okay, it pays to stay in school. Before I skip to this part here, okay, make sure I'm on the right slide. So this is just a little overview on what you can expect from, an earnings level, why we choose higher education, and what is the foundation of tribal colleges and Fort Pitt Community College is to provide not just a degree, not to just check the box that you have it, but really it's upward mobility to improve the lives of family members within the reservation, so that they can obtain education and get those good paying jobs. And naturally, this gives you an overview, an idea of what you can expect. So when things get tough, you're like, man, I don't know. Associate's degree, which is basically all what we offer here, and some certifications, but it pays to stay in school. Okay, and then we link students to bachelor's degrees as well. And then eventually, if you choose to, master's and professional degrees, doctoral degrees, you can see the power of earning a degree. So just briefly, unless any other student services staff wants to add to that discussion, but it's relevant. We want to make sure and put that out there. Okay. Online learning. So naturally, across the country, this has been kind of what we've been forced to do over the past year and a half. But we did transition a little bit to a hybrid style, and there will be some face-to-face courses. But online learning, last year, we practically doubled our total student enrollment, because we opened up naturally online learning, but that opened up the possibility for students to become Buffalo Chasers regionally and then nationally as well. I believe we had some students as far away as New York, Las Vegas. They were joining the online classes, but some of the virtual talking circles and the podcast. So there was really a wide swath of different students that really kind of added to the diversity of our campus. So that was really cool. And what we learned from that experience, because all of our staff and many of our students naturally, but the faculty members, we were all kind of learning together. We were learning a new online system, Canvas, learning Zoom, utilizing things like Facebook Live and YouTube Live to engage and to get the word out to our students. And so it's been two-way learning, not just from students, but for us as an institution as well. And so we recognize that that's the silver lining to the pandemic, is that we were forced to learn these things, and now that we've kind of embedded them into our institutional processes, and now we're able to do cool things like a virtual student orientation. So it's definitely here to stay, and we want to encourage students to not be bashful or shtu. We want to encourage them to continue to embrace online learning, but at the same time, recognizing that there is still value in face-to-face classes as well. And so I know Kerry, our AVP, discussed this earlier, asynchronous classes versus polysynchronous classes. I won't reiterate that, but you have an idea what that's all about right here. And then just a quick overview on our degree programs. You'll being a college student here, you'll learn the different terms. You'll hear AA, ACES, all these acronyms, which are basically just abbreviated versions of the long form. So Associate of Arts degree, as you can see, we have several: business administration, chemical addiction studies, elementary education, general studies, native studies, psychology, social work, and tribal governance and administration. And I believe,
Elijah, can I add to that? We also added a couple new ones in the Associate of Arts programs. We've added early childhood education as an AA degree, and we've also added criminal justice as an AA degree.
oh, very good. Somehow that slipped out of our slide here, but yeah, those are definitely part of our offering. So thank you for catching that. There's a little caveat here. So our AAs and our AS degrees can transfer to four-year institutions. We have some MOUs with some partners in the state of Montana, but that's basically what they're designed for. They're designed for transfer. Okay, and then specifically, and feel free to chime in anytime here, Kerry, but Associate of Science degree, we have an environmental science degree, biomedical science, general studies, and pre-health, pre-nursing.
Okay, we've also added, we no longer have the biomedical science degree as long as if you are a new student, that is not an option to you. We do have a general science degree with a chemistry option and a general science degree with a biology focus. The new degrees are listed on our Facebook page, and I actually sent Jack an email this morning stating that our new degree programs need to be put up on the website.
Okay, very good. And I'll visit with Jack as well, and we'll make sure and create some update our posters. You'll see those around campus for the next week or so, and we'll be sending out the student emails as well.
Okay.
And Applied Associate of Science AAS degree, automotive tech, business tech, communication tech, information network technology, and native language instructor. And then a little caveat there, not recommended for transfer. Students must declare an occupational objective and pursue a vocational technical program of study. And later on, some of our staff here and then your faculty advisors will speak to these issues a little bit more directly. But just as an overview, that's what you're looking at. And then 1-year certifications. So naturally, as the name alludes, these are designed to be completed in 1 year, which is about 30 credits. So the 1-year certification programs are intended to provide students with entry-level skills in specific occupations related to accounting technician, business assistant, and cultural arts. I teach adjunct a bow making course, Introduction to Archery. We go over modern archery and a little bit of cultural archery. So I have direct experience working with these as a faculty member. So later on, you'll be at 11. If we stay on our agenda, we will have some of our faculty members that will introduce themselves, and they'll kind of give you an idea specifically maybe which programs they oversee and they teach within. Okay, and as we mentioned earlier, the AAs and AS degrees are designed for transfer. The vocational AS and then the 1 year, they're not meant to transfer. They were designed to get you ready to get employment directly out into the field. So just be aware of that when you're picking your courses.
For those of you that are picking your courses as well, if you're interested in what Elijah talked about is those transfer degrees, and he briefly mentioned our articulation agreements. If you're going into business administration, social work, early childhood education, or elementary education, we have articulation agreements for those. And what that means is you can complete your associate's degree here at Fort Peck Community College and go on and get your bachelor's from those participating institutions. The elementary ed degrees and the business administration degrees, or the articulation agreements, are with Montana State University Northern. The social work degree is with University of Montana over in Missoula, and the early childhood degree is with the University of Montana and Dillon. So great opportunities to get your bachelor's degrees and not have to leave home as well.
Yep. Definitely take advantage of those. I'm a product of that as well. And so when you get your AA, if you go into a articulation agreement, say for a business degree, a lot of times our AA degree satisfies the minor requirements of that bachelor's degree program. And so what that translates to is a lot of saved time, a lot of saved heartache energy, and a lot of money that you would save. And so I know David has that similar experience. And so those are designed definitely for community colleges, institutions like ours, to make our students transition to a 4-year a whole lot easier and a lot quicker. So, okay, also student support services provided, and then all this information is located on our website. Maybe one of our staff can sift through the website and drop some of the links in the chat box for our students. But just as a quick overview, one of the key components of student support services over here at the War Eagle Vision building for all of our students is financial aid. Your financial aid package is important. There'll be more of an in-depth discussion here in a little bit, but we do have some meal stipends that we've offered. Be on the lookout for that. Always be checking your student email. Now, there was a video presentation earlier from Jack on that video about setting up your student email, but that really needs to be a priority during your time here as a student. I've noticed a lot of students like using their Yahoo and their Gmails or whatever, and then for whatever reason, it gets neglected and they forget the password, and then they just kind of get frustrated. I would definitely bookmark that, write your password down someplace, and if you forget it or lose it, get a hold of us here at Student Services or our IT department and check that every day, like in the morning and afternoon, because my office, different staff members at Student Services, we're always going to be flooding information to students. Also on our social media outlets like Instagram and Facebook. Like those, follow them, check your student emails, because that's where you're going to see all the posters for cool things like financial aid opportunities and meal stipends, different things like that. Scholarship assistance. So financial aid is like a umbrella term for many different things, but there's other different scholarships like the American College Fund and whatnot. And Lynette and Nora can dive into that a little bit later on. But we do have emergency aid. We have, as Nora discussed earlier, there is a COVID application. There's different things like that. We also have a Dreamkeepers scholarship emergency student aid application that I will be sending out to student emails very shortly. So be on the lookout for that. In student support services, we have houses all of our student organizations and activities, including clubs. Some of these are sanctioned by the Fort Peck Community College, like Student Senate, which I'm an advisor, co-advisor for, along with David James. But Student Senate is like the lead student organization, but there's many others, some that aren't sanctioned, but like Video Game Club, Dakota Language Club, Bluestone Indian Club, business leaders. There's many different ones. We'll discuss those maybe a little bit later on, but there's opportunity for mentorship here. Super important. It doesn't matter if you're what level, what age you are, how you identify gender-wise, whatever your affiliation. Mentorship is critical for your success here as a student. Individuals like all of our staff members, even the faculty, and then naturally Mr. Tommy Christian, they provide that. Because we're trying to develop leadership here, enhance your leadership opportunities here. Veterans program assistance, that's also housed in financial aid, and I believe in TRIO as well. College transfer assistance. So with that, especially you AA degree seeking students and AS degree seeking students, that's really at the heart of what we're trying to do in those programs. And then you'd work in tandem naturally with Michael Cooper to figure out what does that look like once you graduate here. It shouldn't be a decision afterward. It can be like once you graduate, you think about what 4-year institution you want to transfer to, but even within your first year, you could already be planning and look at opportunities to transfer to a 4-year institution. Okay, so it's all about planning, but we'll definitely have staff here that are trained to help you out with that. So we have in-person tutors, and those are usually housed in the TRIO department, but we try to spread those out between both campuses here in Poplar and in Wolf Point. And then we'll post their names, where they'll be at regularly. So if you have any questions or you're interested in being a tutor, let us know. Let us know. Those will always usually be with reading, writing, and math. Also, we do have 24/7 online tutoring. I believe that is a program called tutor.com, I believe. And I believe David might talk about that a little bit more in his presentation. But super cool program. All of our students will have access to that. And it doesn't matter if you're up at 2 in the morning and you can't go to sleep, you can still log in and access that as long as you have access to the internet and a computer. Career counseling, career placement, and financial literacy. We'll discuss those a little bit more. Okay. One of my most favorite parts. Okay, so strengthening community through culture. That was one of our hashtags, but we'll discuss this a little bit more as well. But we found it dating back to about a year ago, fall 2020, we implemented weekly virtual talking circles. And the virtual talking circle was basically a Zoom meeting that was facilitated by different student services staff members, whether it might have been a combination of Mr. Tommy Christian and Nora, or if one of them couldn't make it, one of them would be there, but with the understanding that there would always be professionalism, there would always be confidentiality, and then it would be housed in a meeting with the idea of ohoda, respect. We always respect the opinions and the thoughts and what's shared in those virtual talking circles. And so many of our students, it gained a lot of momentum as the semesters went on, from fall semester to spring semester. And it was, there was a lot of success. And so I was able to connect these students, and I know they bonded, and I was able to attend some of them. So it was really cool. And sometimes, it wasn't always very serious discussion. Sometimes there's a lot of joking, and sometimes it was just follow up from the next thing I'll talk about was the Buffalo Chasers podcast. So the Buffalo Chasers podcast would be usually held on a Thursday from 3 to 4, pretty much every week dating back to September. A couple of times haven't been able to do it, but me as like an IT guy, I would kind of load up the software, get the program ready. We would send it out to the host, which would be Earl Bullhead. And then Mr. Tommy Christian, us three, we would facilitate discussions around mental health from a cultural perspective. And then Earl, Tommy would talk about these things. I would usually pick a topic, but it would cover various things. And what we found is it really enhanced the student experience. That was really what it was all about, to reach students that were maybe isolated due to COVID. But we've also found that it was the impact was much greater than that, because even students that weren't isolated due to COVID, there was still maybe a void, or they felt disconnected from campus, and through participating or just listening to the podcast, they felt a little more connected to campus, to their culture, to their families, their self-identity. And I don't really do it justice. So individuals like Tommy and Earl, they have years of experience working with language and culture, and then some of the ceremonial things, the perspectives. And so it wasn't necessarily meant to be a class. It wasn't necessarily meant to be like anybody's talking down to anybody. It's just this discussion. And so I would kind of sit in on some of it. So I get to learn a lot, and then we could have a good time. And in fact, we had Earl come over from Fort Yates here a couple of weeks ago, and really a good time to visit and bond with Earl. And since I know you're still on the call, Tommy, do you want to add anything to that discussion, or? But yeah, while he's logging in here, there's been we've grown as far as with the technology. We have.
I'm there.
Stay. All right.
No, it's important that we understand our need for, as a social people, we need to communicate and maintain that communication. and this Zoom meeting really helped us out. But when Earl came up, oh man, that was good because, well, me and Earl, he's my older brother, and we went through Hunka ceremony. Hopefully we can get that going here in the next couple of weeks, have a Hunka ceremony for one of our teachers here, but and get that recorded. But that was really, really inspirational because of some of the emotions that were going on there. Earl introduced us to a book, the drum of the Ojibwe, the dance drum of the Ojibwe or something. And lo and behold, in that meeting, a guy showed up. I didn't know him, Trini, I know him now, but his grandfather was mentioned in that book, in that area they talked about. He came from. And so that was, people call it coincidental. I call it spiritual. I call it intentional, but that's the way I look at things. But Earl was there and he was truly amazed at how that all worked out. And then for us, we know there's other drum makers in the area. They do good job. They do good work. But what we did was right from that book, we made that original style drum. And of course, Earl shared with us the history of how that came about, why it came about. And we did it about a month's work in 2 days. And so it was really emotional for me because I just sat back and observed and participated. Earl with his knowledge, and of course Elijah with his facilitating that whole thing, and we had all that good stuff. But that's just something that happened in a really good way, and it just naturally occurred. But the feelings that we got from that, I think Neil Jelinas is going to put together a little bit of a video of those things along with Elijah. They're going to collaborate and put their works together. But it's amazing. It's things like that that really help us understand the importance of community. And I think coming back to community as it relates to representing the Buffalo Chasers from the Fort Peck Community College is something that really needs to be recognized and help us understand that we make good tracks on this red road for the sake of others. Everything we do is for others, and yet we realize our purpose and our dedication in life in that way by enhancing and developing and enriching those things within ourselves, and then we go from there. But we're just that experience, just participating with Earl and that knowledge and that history that he carries, and we call him Winukchala. And what that means in our language is, we Chakchala, excuse me, I changed his gender. We Chakchala, we refer to people like that as we Chakchala. And what that means is it's somebody that's elderly that we hold dear to our hearts, because of the wisdom they carry. And Earl was definitely that, and he showed that. And the people got to experience what a we Chakchala truly was. And we have many Wichakchala, many Winukchala that can provide that experience on hand or in person for us to happen. And hopefully we can make that happen. And we're trying to archive all this and record it all in a good way, especially that Hunka ceremony. I have that right, but I not really haven't practiced it very much. So I'm trying to get an individual up here to sing the songs that are needed and all that good stuff. But we're going to archive it and video it so that we can have it and we can continue to do these things in a good way. Kind of like that attitude, but I'm looking forward to a really spiritual experience for those folks that'll be participating. Is that kind of, that Toshka, is that kind of, yeah. And it's amazing the resources we have available within our own community. We won't have to reach out to others. We can have that right here in our own communities across the reservation to really acknowledge them and kind of let them know, yeah, we still depend on you. Yeah, the older you get, the more dependency we have them, just for the sake of that term, Winukchala or Wichakchala. We depend on those old folks, and that's their responsibility. So just wanted to throw that in there, if you don't mind, Toshka.
Wow. Hey, Peter, man, make me want to do another podcast right now, and it gets going. All right, very good. We also have some art competitions, that's normally we do this thing called the AHEC student competition. They're annual competitions where all 38 tribal colleges from around the country get together for annual conferences, student conferences. But Fort Peck Community College is part of that national consortium. And so it's really an awesome opportunity for students to participate in those things. You're part of a larger network that you could possibly tie into for academic transfer, but at the very least, it's a social network. And then there's really cool things like art competitions, academic competitions. And so when you join our Buffalo Chaser Society as a student, you'll be exposed to those things, and if you don't know much about art, you can take some art classes, and then later on, when you refine it, man, you can go to those competitions and bring back the gold for us. There's also language instruction. And so Dakota and Kona language are provided here with some awesome instructors that will help you with that, even if it's just basic things, kind of get you started with. It was really cool. I even heard Nora this morning, he honey wash day. So I was like, made me feel good to hear even our staff picking up language. We want to encourage that. Cultural arts is built into our academic offerings. And so dance regalia, design and creation, beading 1 and 2. There's a lot of beading here. Moccasin making, I'm not sure the instructor what that is, but star quilt techniques, our business manager, Rose Atkinson, I believe she's the faculty member for that. Archery, yours truly. We'll go over the history of archery and maybe even make some bow and arrow, but we'll definitely be exposed to some modern archery as well. Hand drum creation, and as I discussed earlier, Dakota and Nakota language. So all at your disposal here. And then our staff here in the department, we took the liberty to come up with a student services September calendar. And so this was already on our social media Facebook page. I will continue to send it out to employees and to our students. But this gives you a look ahead into our first full month of classes. Even though classes start on that Monday, we will have weekly events. And so I'm going to be the advisor for Walking Running Club. It's open up to the campus, but we will meet from 3 to 4 out at the Greet the Dawn bike path. And we'll just go for a walk. Those of you that are able to anyways can run, but we want to promote fitness when possible. There's also a wellness center, but that's something we'll be doing as well. And then Student Senate, as I discussed earlier, I am one of the co-advisors along with David James. We're going to be doing that virtually at 12 p.m. So be checking your student emails. We'll be sending out the links. I'm going to try and find a physical building to do that as well, or a room. And so we'll be able to do them like a hybrid style delivery for students that want to come in person and connect both campuses. But I will reiterate, the Student Senate is the lead student organization. And so that we'll have elections later on. On the 27th is Student Senate Election Day. There's officers. So there's a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and there's several student reps. In order to be eligible to fill one of those positions, and we want all of them to be filled, you need to have at least 9 credits and then a 2.0 GPA. Cumulative. If you're a brand new student, you're like, I just got out of high school, here I am. Don't worry about that. You just, as long as you have at least 9 credits, after your first semester, you'll get a cumulative GPA. And during the student assembly, once the student petitions are due, I'll be sending out that form very shortly. One of our staff will be sending out to you as well. You can apply. You're like, man, I want to be the vice president. I want to be the president. Put your name on there, fill out that petition. You need to either email it, take a picture of it, send it to us, or hand it to one of our staff members here at Student Services by the 20th. And then we'll determine who's eligible, and then we'll compile the list of names. And then at the student assembly on the 22nd of September, and there'll be some flyers. We'll discuss this event, but more than likely it will be a Zoom format event. But during that event, we'll do a candidates forum for Student Senate. So all 5 of the individuals that are candidates for Student Senate president or the vice president, we'll give them an opportunity to discuss their platform. And so that's a good opportunity to identify who those individuals are, and then you'll have a few days to kind of mull it over in your mind. You're like, Billy Bob over there really leads the student senate in a good way. He puts the students first. He's a good man. So, or whoever it is, and then that would be your opportunity to vote. And last year we did a digital virtual ballot election system. And so we'll probably do that again. But that's just something to look forward to. And then again, the BC podcast will be every Thursday from 3 to 4. And then I also believe the talking circle will be 3 to 4 as well. So check your student email. I can't stress that enough. Sometimes you will see an email that comes from a program called Regroup. So I don't think they talked about it in the student email video, but check your inbox. Also check your clutter. Check your clutter, because when you look in those other folders, sometimes those Regroup email messages slide in there. And then once you put it in your regular focused inbox, it'll stay there pretty much for good. That's where you'll get the link to join different things like the Student Assembly, the Buffalo Chasers podcast, the Talking Circle. And then we also are collabing with our sub-department, the TRIO program. And because Darcy, on her application, she said, I can make fry bread really, really good. And everybody knows about her fry bread around campus. So we said, really? Okay, you're hired. And so because of that, we're having Fry Bread Friday. That's going to be a campus-wide event. So bring your A game, bring a friends, family, come on over to Student Services. We'll hook you up. We got some fry bread. So those of you that don't know fry bread, you'll learn. That's one of our staple diets here, fry bread. So that will be every Friday. And then I believe David, on his section of the presentation, he will be discussing a few other things like Smudge Monday. Some we try to do it smudge every day, but that's our official day. We'll do it.
Smudge and pancakes.
So, oh man, even better, smudge and pancakes. Man, you're pulling at the heartstrings, David. We're going to be flooded over here. So we try and always do everything every week. Okay. And so before October comes, we'll have an October student services calendar. So if, let's say, for example, due to student request, the talking circle isn't working out from 3 to 4, there's conflicts and too many student schedules, maybe they'll change it to a different time. So just be in the loop. We try and be fluid here, and that's how we roll, but we definitely will do our best to communicate with you. We are a little off on our agenda. The digital literacy Cengage presentation presenter was unable to join us today, but we will definitely get the rep from Cengage to come back maybe in a different meeting time. We will definitely let you all know that, and we will archive it and send the video out link to all students and employees very shortly. At 11, I did ask faculty to stop over and do a introduction. And so I know David and myself are going to do a quick overview of student success seminar, and maybe we could do it real quick. David, are you still on the call?
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good. We'll just do a quick overview here in a couple minutes, and then we'll do we'll take a short break. I'll make sure all the faculty that I bring them in as panelists. And then before we actually do the faculty introductions at 11-ish, we will do another drawing for another Apple iWatch and some more food cards. So hang in there with us. I know it's a long presentation, but we'll try and get through this pretty fast here. So a few years ago, there was a course that we brought back, Student Success Seminar. We encourage all students to take this 1 credit class. Okay, the past 2-3 years, I was the instructor for it, but this semester, next semester, it's going to be Mr. David James. I will be working with him quite closely, but it's designed for all new and transfer students to take this course to get them successful for some of the basic things that they'll need being an online student, and not just for online things, but for just basic things to keep you guys successful. And so feel free, David, just to hop on in at any point, but there will be discussions on financial aid. We might even bring in the financial aid director to do a brief overview. but we have some really cool online programming offered through, I think, the American College Fund or Great Lakes, but it is called, David, what's the name of that program?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, there's remember those modules that we discussed in the syllabus? They're online and they're already built. They have like time management, financial literacy.
Oh, that is grad ready.
Yeah, grad ready.
Grad ready. I know. It's like
yeah,
drew a blank there for a second.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So grad ready has been with us 2-3 years now, and there's different modules within it. One of it's a financial aid component, and not just like scholarships, but like going through budgets and identifying the cost of school here and then beyond, and all different types of thing. It's all like self-paced. Anything else?
So Elijah, I have grad ready has 5 modules, and one is paying for college. Another is money management. Another is real world finance. Then learning to learn and life skills for success. And we'll be going through all 5 of those.
Okay, right on. And then there's many other things too. I believe there's a program called MCIS, Montana Career Information System.
Correct.
Students will be exposed to that. There's different components in that as well. Some of it's financial, but a lot of it has to do with career placement. You can do like personality assessments to see, based off of your personality, for example, you might be good at being a banker, or you might be a good school teacher, just based off of these psychological profiles, these question and answers, short surveys. It gives you a general idea. You know, it's not the end all be all, but it's a good reference to kind of get you pointed in the right direction. And there's also some really cool things within this program. Like, say, for example, if you're like, man, I want to be a dentist. So you can take some courses here, and then all of a sudden you go into this Montana Career Information System. It will identify schools within the state of Montana and nationally that offer those, and their tuition rates, where they're located, the admission process, their contact information, all that stuff. And it also has like what you can expect in that degree once you graduate in that particular field. There's like annual estimated wages, all different kinds of cool things. So David, is there anything else you want to add to that? Is the format of that course, it will start right away, right? There'll be a section.
It will. It's right after the grad ready modules, but students don't have to do them in order. They can do any one of the modules as they feel like it, and as long as they complete all of them, they're good to go.
Yep. Yeah. And so whether you're online, Wolf Point Student Popular, wherever, we recommend that it's not mandated, it's not a requirement, but it definitely will enhance your experience. And again, it's only 1 credit. I'm not sure the times of that course, David. When's the time?
Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock, I believe. Since it is an asynchronous course, you can do it at your own leisure, but I have a Zoom link posted in there, and I will be on there Tuesdays and Thursdays between 1 and 2 o'clock to help students with anything they need, any questions, comments, concerns. I will be there for them to help them succeed.
Okay, very good, David. I think what we'll do is we'll deviate a little bit from our agenda. We'll just take a couple-minute break here, and then I'll give Darcy a few minutes to populate the names. If there's anybody that showed up a little bit late, we'll do the spinner drawing for another Apple iWatch and another $100 gift card. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly, and then right after that, we'll go into faculty introductions. No, he's an instructor. Oh, okay. I'll just turn on my thing. Camera gets hot and it shuts off. Okay, just hold on. Don't quite do it yet, Darcy, but it looks like you're ready to go though, huh?
Ready to go.
Okay, we'll just give them a few minutes. I'm gonna finish promoting or making sure all the faculty that are on the calls, attendees, I get them on as panel.
If anybody sees your name that I missed, you can add it on the comments on Facebook, but I'm pretty sure I got everybody. Oh,
Okay, I think we are about ready. So what we're gonna do is we will do a prize drawing for an Apple iWatch and $100 Albertson food cards. And so anytime you're ready, Darcy.
okay.
Okay, Apple iWatch, ladies and gentlemen. Apple iWatch, Lori Leanne Plummer, winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations, Lori. I did see one name on there that Guatemala, he's actually a faculty member, but
Oh, okay, I'll check that out.
he's taking classes too. Always trying to get in on those drawings.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so Apple iWatch winner, Lori Leanne Plummer, congratulations. And then we also have a $100 Albertson food card up for grabs. So wheel is spinning. Who is the lucky winner? Oh, Jessica Spotted Bull. Winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations, Jessica and Lori. You can retrieve those prizes over at Student Services, War Eagle Vision Building, or just give us a call for 406-768-6370 and we will mail those out to you. We'll hook you up. So thank you. So at this point in time, I would like students to have the opportunity to hear from their the faculty members, those that were able to join us. I know they all probably couldn't make it, but we have many of them that are on the call. So I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves. Kerry, do you want to introduce them one by one, or how?
We can just go through, maybe go through your screen as they're on them, because I don't know if mine's different.
Okay, for sure.
I know a few are still trying to log on too, so you might want to watch your room.
Okay. Okay, so the first faculty member, again, faculty member, students, if you're brand new, these terms are a little interchangeable, but instructor, the teacher, the faculty member. So some of them are full-time and some of them are like part-time. And so the first one is Instructor Guadam. You could introduce yourself, maybe talk a little bit about the program of study that you teach.
Okay, thank you. I'm Ganeshwar Gautam, mathematics and statistics instructor in the college. And I'm in the college since last 4 years. Then my office is in the Dumont building. All of my classes are online since this semester. I'm teaching all classes online. Then, I do also teach science classes. Whenever needed, I taught in the past. And if you want to know a little bit more about my personal life, I'm originally from Nepal. I came to this country like in 2008. It is almost 13 years. But I'm originally from the country where the Mount Everest is. And I think this is what I'm introducing as a short introduction for today.
Okay, thank you very much. Also, other faculty member is Mr.
That's that media one.
Judy, I'll go ahead and mute.
Yeah, I just.
Judy didn't know if her mic was on. So Garrett Big Leggings, if you could introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Garrett Big Leggings, and I teach Native American Studies courses full time. All my courses this semester are in person, located over at RLS building.
Okay.
And I've been here for a number of years, and I enjoy teaching these classes and enjoy meeting students and getting to know students. And I can be reached in my office, which is also over at RLS building. That's a kind of a tongue twister for me, RLS, but you can get a hold of me. My office is over there. My extension is 6363. And we'll be starting off Monday morning in class. So I hope to see those of you that registered for my class. Hope to see you Monday and the rest of the week for the other classes. So thank you, Elijah.
All right, thank you, Leggins. Awesome instructor. The next individual on my list, faculty member, Andy Archdale.
Hello, everybody. My name is Andy Archdale. My office is located in Wolf Point, and I teach mainly the history courses and the early childhood education courses and some of the elementary ed courses. So if you're in the education field, I'm sure you'll have me for a class or two. Like I said, my office is located in Wolf Point. I'm actually teaching all online this semester, but I'll still be here. I'm always happy to help any student, even if you're not taking one of my classes, but you just have some questions. I like to do my best to help out with that. And I hope everybody here has a good fall semester and is very successful and stays healthy.
All right, thank you, Andy. Other faculty member, Mr. Steve Harada.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, is my hair okay?
Looking good.
Good, thanks, yeah. I'd like to welcome all the students to Fort Peck Community College. Good luck in your academic endeavors. If you're in automotive, we're located in downtown, beautiful Poplar, largest building in downtown Poplar, 111 West First Avenue, kind of like First Avenue and Santee is where the building is. My office is here in the building. We meet in person this semester, as we have during the whole COVID thing. We had several students last year that were quarantined, but none of our students, none of our staff here were infected with the virus. We wore, the masks for the most part, practiced social distancing, but we do meet in person. It's pretty hard to learn some of the different tools and diagnostic equipment without getting your hands on them. We do also have Canvas and MindTap that are online just for an additional resource for the students that have some cool simulations, some cool videos that students can access and utilize. And just again, looking forward to a great semester. And feel free to call me. I have a really easy cell phone number, 650-2222, 42s. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Steve. Also, we have faculty member Sasha Brownlee is with us. I believe you're muted
There.
there.
I had to unmute myself. Hello. Okay, so I'm Sasha Brownlee, and I do the criminal justice courses. And there are two options for my classes. You can do the 1-year certificate, which is lay advocate paralegal, or we have new this year an associates in criminal justice. And so I'm at Old Main, my office in Poplar, or you can give me a call. Like Steve, I have a pretty easy number, but feel free to call my cell number, 688-9955. It's 406. And my classes are offered online this year, and you have two options there. Either join the Zoom class while it's live, or I also record them and you can watch them on your own time. So I think that's it.
All right, thank you, Sasha. Also, we have on the call faculty member Dr. Steve Kuhn.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Kuhn. I teach strictly science classes, especially in the pre-health, pre-nursing program. So if you're trying to get in touch with me, my office is in the science building. Big surprise. Anyway, I'm probably maybe not be in my office, but I'll be somewhere in the building somewhere. We have other labs and things, greenhouse and all that. In addition, we have physical books, hard copies. So if you have not gotten your book yet, which most of you probably haven't, I have a book for you. So you'll get these in class. My classes are all in person this semester, and the books are all physical. So if you need any of these things, or you need me for anything, help you register, by all means, come by the science building. I will be here obviously every day this week, and just come and see me. Or yeah, you can send me an email too if you like.
All right, thank you, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have faculty member Miss Margaret Abbott.
Good morning, students. Good morning, new students, and also returning students. My name is Margaret Abbott. I teach the writing classes. I teach college writing, advanced college writing, beginning expository writing this semester. I also teach the public speaking class and the workplace communications classes. I also teach yoga. My classes all are in person. Majority of them are here in RLS, a little red building next to War Eagle Vision. And the yoga class is taught at Poplar Wellness Center. My office is here at the War Eagle Vision also, RLS. And I am teaching in person, and I have physical books. So when you come to class, you will receive your books. So I'm looking forward to a very successful semester for everybody. And need to get in touch with me. My phone number in my office is 6348. And you can email me, mabbott@fpcc.edu. And I'm looking forward to a very enjoyable semester.
All right, thank you, Marge. Also, we have a faculty member, Miss Lois Sprague. Could introduce yourself, please.
Hey everyone, I'm Lois Sprague. I'm a first generation high school and college graduate. So I love working with students who are new to the whole higher education field. I teach in the psychology, social work, and addiction studies programs. Our programs this year will have a combination of asynchronous, polysynchronous, and in-person offerings. So something for everybody. I also teach a stress management class. So if stress is something that you need help with, you can sign up for that class as well. So thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you, Loy. Also, okay, faculty member, Miss Joanne Stewart Cloaker, if you could introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Joanne Stewart Cloaker. I will be teaching the environmental science program. So this semester, I'm teaching environmental science, principles of biological diversity, and physical science for non-majors. And I'll also be teaching the personal health and wellness class this semester. So all of my classes this semester will be polysynchronous. So you have the option to take them in person or online. So hopefully there's something for everybody's schedule there. I will have, my office is in the Dumont building, but obviously I'll be in the science building a lot as well. I'll be teaching in Poplar most of the time. So I'll be in both of those buildings. So to create any office hours, you can always just contact me and I can make an appointment with you in either location. So.
Okay, very good. And I see Mr. Anthony Shields, faculty members, having a hard time joining the video feed. If he can hear me, I did send a promote to panelist invite. So if you're able to click that, then you should be able to be promoted from attendee to panelist, Tony. Okay, so while we get that squared away, we'll just move forward with other faculty members that are on. We have Mr. Jarrett Madison Elk. If you could introduce yourself, please.
Hello, my name is Jarrett Madison Elk. I'm located in the Dumont building in Wolf Point. I am a business instructor along with Billy Norgard, and I also teach the art classes. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. We'll be launching one business in a couple of weeks and at least 2 more in the next year. So that's how I like to teach my classes, doing marketing strategies, analysis, all that stuff. So if you have any interest, love to talk with you about that and look forward to having a fun semester.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Jarrett. We also have faculty member Mike Turcotte. If you could introduce yourself, please.
Good morning. My name is Michael Turcotte. I teach the Native American Studies courses along with Garrett Bigleggins. The courses this semester are polysynchronous, and my office is located in Wolf Point. I'm here 5 days a week. Look forward to the semester. Hope you all have a good semester and stay in touch with your advisors and your instructors the best you can. You'll have a good semester. Have a good day.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mike. We also have this here. Oh, Miss Judy Ogle. If you could introduce yourself, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Judy Ogle. I teach some computer application courses, also the computer fluency, some media arts courses, and the GIS, Geographic Information Systems. My office is located in the library and the IT hallway. I have some in-person and online courses this semester. So some of my courses, majority of them are polysynchronous. So we could be doing some on Canvas and some in the lab on Zoom. My office number is 768-6322.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Judy. We also have faculty member, Mr. William Norgard, if you could introduce yourself, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
My name is Will Norgard. I'm the welding instructor located in the vocational building with Steve. We do a one-year program. If you have any questions, stop by and talk to me or give me a call, 768-7044.
All right, thank you, William. Miss Billy Norgard, if you could introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Billy Norgard. I'm the business instructor on the Popper campus. And Jarrett is the business instructor on the Wolf Point campus. And I'm teaching my classes both online and in the Poplar classroom. So if you prefer to come to the class in person, you can do that. And we have masks and sanitizer for your hands. We're keeping COVID safe, so don't worry about that. All my classes, the books will be ebooks online, which will save the students a lot of hassle and a lot of money by being able to just access it in Canvas. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, if you do want a hard copy of the textbook or the working papers, I will be keeping those in my office and renting them out to students who would rather use that method instead of the online ebook. I guess that's everything. The first week for my classes will be just students getting familiar with the online class and also the resources that they can access in the online classes. So we're going to move slow, in other words. We're going to make sure that you're all connected to the class and have your material. So do not worry about that. And good to see you and have a good semester.
All right, thank you, Billy. Who else do we have here? Oh, Aman, instructor Barry, Professor Barry. If you could introduce yourself, please.
Hello, hello. Thank you for the introduction, Elijah. I am Professor Barry. I'm in Raw, my real name, but people know me as Professor Barry. I'm your math teacher in Poplar location. I deal with all your math from statistics to tech math. You have to get through me to graduate. No, don't put that kind of pressure on you. But I'm in love with math. So my job is just not to get you through the class, but to get you to understand and love math as much as I do so that you can teach someone else. I've gotten really good at converting people who didn't like math to really like math. So come join me in my in my course here in Poplar. So thank you for taking the step to register for classes. If you wanted to see me about any math stuff or any cryptocurrency stuff and anything like that, because I'm definitely like Jared, entrepreneurship is one of our things. This is like our second or third job that we're doing, being faculty here. We're all about progressing and evolving in that way. So if you want to come see me, I'm in Greek the Don upstairs. Yes, there is an upstairs at Greek the Don, and I'll be there, doors open. So come see us here at the STEM program here in Poplar. So thank you.
Right, thank you very much. Yeah, War Eagle Vision Building to see Professor Barry. Also, we have instructor Mr. Anthony Shields. If you could introduce yourself, please.
Okay, thanks. I was technical problems earlier. Hello, welcome from Fort Peck Community College, located in Northeast Montana. I don't know if I can't see the students. I don't know where exactly they're from, but the college campus is located right inside the fort. Anyway, I teach IT courses at the college, and a lot of them. And I also, by the way, my lab is located in the new library in James E. Shanley building. I'm in Lab 9, Computer Lab 9, JES IT 9. I'm usually in here. I'm usually never in the office, usually in the lab working or offering courses. Another thing I noticed that I was going down the class list. The class lists are filling up very quickly. There's still time to get signed up for other courses that I instruct in, as well as other instructors. We'll be in our offices mostly the rest of the week. And I don't know exactly what day. I didn't hear anything about when registration closes. But by the way, I also teach an evening moccasin making course where you're making moccasins, but there's also a beaded moccasin. If you're interested in that course, there is openings in that, and that's on, I believe, I can't remember now. I'm not looking at my schedule. It's Tuesday or Monday evenings for a few hours, 5 to 7:50. I believe it's Tuesday evening. But anyway, if you're interested in that one, just locate your advisor. If you want to add on that course, you will be in the library building here in the evenings. A lot of the courses that I instruct are pretty much hands-on, but the majority of the since COVID and we went to started doing like Canvas courses online. My courses are mostly polysynchronous, meaning we're online and in the classroom at the same time. So our IT guys have been really gracious in allowing some of us who wanted to take on the challenge with this new OWL video conferencing camera that I think maybe that might have been my problem to get connected, because I had it connected yesterday and I unplugged it this morning, and I think it might have taken over a few things, but I unplugged it this morning and I couldn't get on the video chat with you guys right away. So, but anyway, it's really nice camera. We'll be able to, my classes in the classroom will be able to communicate with you online students all at the same time. You'll be able to see and visit with your students in the classroom or or vice versa. And majority of my courses involve hands-on labs. So there is a way to get around that if you are a remote learner. There's ways to get around that. I work with you one-on-one with that. If you got any questions, you can call my office number 406-768-6319 or email me at ashields, ASHIELDS @fpcc.edu. And thanks for being here, and can't wait to work with you this fall.
All right, very good. Thank you, Tony. Marge already did her intro. Faculty member Jeremy Redstone, if you could introduce yourself, please. Jeremy must not be on. Let's see here. Jerry Archdale is also our truck driving instructor. He works in tandem with Jeremy Redstone, co-faculty members for that program. It looks like you have audio. Jerry, are you able to turn your camera on? And
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
My name's Gary Archdale. I teach CDL trucking, been here for a while. If you have any questions, you can call 406-650-5521. I don't know what the address is to the CDL building is, but we're next to the VOAG building. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jerry. These are most of our full-time faculty, all of them, I believe. There are many adjunct faculty members that weren't able to join us because they have other full-time jobs. Like for example, I teach one introductory to archery course. Nora teaches a human relations communications type of course, I believe, as well. So there's many others that are that teach courses here, but all these full-time faculty members are super helpful. They really go out of their way to work with students, even outside of the classroom. There's few of them that were still here back when I was a student, like Billy, and I think Tony. It was my first IT class I ever took, Hannah, and then Marge. And so super helpful. Any other faculty members that I might have missed, just let me know. Put something in the chat box. Oh, Margaret Abbott. She wanted to remind me that students, that all the full-time instructors that are on the call, I believe, will be in the Greet the Dawn auditorium all day tomorrow. All day from 8 to 4:30. They'll probably go take lunch naturally, but they'll be around in the main auditorium area there. So if you have any questions, you can go get a one-on-one session with them.
Yes, please come see us. We get bored when nobody come see us. Come see us. Ask all the questions now, because when we start getting going in the semester, we hate having to spend like a whole week saying things that we could have said on that Thursday. So please, please, please come see us.
Definitely. And I also believe half a day Friday from like 8 to noon, I believe. So definitely take advantage of that, because the following week on Monday, we hit the ground running, classes start. So thank you, faculty, for joining us. We're a little bit behind students on our agenda, so we'll finish this out. We have one drawing at the very end. So hang in there. We got some more food cards to give out, a couple $100 worth. So 2 more drawings. So hang in there. So what we'll do is we will go to the financial aid section of the PowerPoint and share that screen, and we will let Nora and Lynette run with it.
All righty. So I'm here. Lynette, are you on? She's probably helping someone. All righty. So financial aid, here's what you want to know. Want to hit the next slide? Am I able to? No. All right. So we got a lot going on as far as financial aid goes. So if you are a recent or a new high school graduate, we offer scholarships. And, you know, the silver lining for us when it comes with the pandemic, it's a beautiful balance, you know, with all the hardship that it's brought on. We have been able to offer our students certain benefits. We are able to waive your tuition, waive fees, and do more with that. Essentially, it's free tuition. So you're able to save big on college. On top of that, on top of the free tuition, we are offering benefits. So essentially, you're getting paid to take classes with us, which is excellent. Not going to find that anywhere else, really. We have an extra layer of financial assistance for our students, and that is for all students, regardless of your need or your tribal affiliation. Everybody's going to get something. We're going to be sending out the links for our COVID-19 financial assistance application. And we help students apply for your FAFSA, your Pell Grant, and other scholarships. So how do you apply for financial aid? So all of your financial aid, whether it's federal, state, or from our institution, comes from completing the free application for federal student aid. That's our FAFSA. You can apply online at fafsa.edu.gov. If you prefer paper, you can come get a paper form from our financial aid office, or even better, you can come and fill it out online in Trio over here in the War Eagle Vision building. Your FAFSA is basically your universal application for initiating all of your financial aid here at FPCC and at any college in general. If you want assistance, give Lynette a call. Her number is 768-6327. You can come visit us in person. Lynette is here every day, and our Trio department is really experienced when it comes to helping students fill out their financial aid. So when to apply? You need to do your FAFSA every year. The priority date in Montana for submitting your FAFSA is March 1st. And then on October 1st of every year is when FAFSA opens for the next academic year. So we're, let's see, we're in August, approaching September. So your FAFSA, hopefully you already filled it out in March. And if you are thinking ahead to the next academic year, this October coming up, October 1st, is when FAFSA is going to open, and you want to start applying for the next year. So you always want to make sure that financially your aid is in order before the semester even starts. Like I said, come on in, we can help you out with that. We always encourage early application, and You also want to make sure that your taxes are done. Get your parents, if you're still dependent, to complete their taxes. And that's just going to make the application process a lot easier. How's it calculated? Oh, sorry. I just want to say that Lynette's number is 6372. I misspoke earlier when I said 6327. It's 6372. Let's see. So how's it calculated? Oh boy. There's a formula that is mandated by the federal government. You're going to receive an SAR, which is a student aid report. And basically, when you get your award, you're going to be shown how your financial aid was determined. There's a combination between the cost of attendance, as in how much it costs to attend college, and how much income is reported on your taxes. It's to make all of this simple. It's a combination of the grants that you're receiving, the aid that you're already receiving, and how much it costs to attend school. If you have more questions, you can call us. So here's the process. Let's just run through the process real quick. To receive financial aid, every student needs to follow these steps. You need to make sure that the information that you're providing is accurate so that we can have a complete form, because if your information is incomplete, you're going to get delays in receiving your financial aid. So step one, you want to fill out and submit your FAFSA. 2, the Department of Education is going to process your application and calculate how much aid you're going to receive. 3, you're going to receive your student aid. FPCC is going to receive the ISIR. And if Lynette wants to chime in and speak more on this process, just hop on in. Let's see, if your application is chosen to get verified, and that's why we want to say that the more complete your application is, the better, so it doesn't slow down the process. We may send a letter to you requesting additional information, and we may be asking for copies of your tax forms, like your W-2s. Let me see. Right, if we do ask for more information, just get that information back to us as soon as possible. That's under step 5. Lynette, who is our financial aid director, is going to determine your financial need and create a financial aid award package. And then you're going to receive a letter from Lynette, an award letter, a policy flyer, and other forms that are required to complete your file. And then you're going to sign your award letter and get that back to the financial aid office. If you have been awarded a work study, you need to complete employment forms. Funding is distributed to students on the first Friday of each month. So essentially, with the tuition waivers that we're giving out, it's not going to come up as a credit on your account, but we're going to be giving you checks. And Lynette can correct me if I'm wrong. There we go. Let's talk about the Dream Keepers program. So this is another layer of aid. It's an emergency aid program, which is separate from FAFSA. If you are at risk of dropping out to college because of an unexpected financial emergency, then we have some aid to help you stay in college so you can meet your educational goals. Here are our eligible expenses: childcare, food, gas, housing and rent, medical dental expenses, personal automobile expenses, public transport if you take the bus, your utilities, and expenses that we cannot cover, of course, alcohol. We can't cover books or entertainment expenses. If you want to go to a concert, which you shouldn't be doing in COVID anyway. You got to pay for that out of your own pocket. School fees, legal fees, tobacco, and tuition.
And I'll just chime in a little bit there. So with that application, it's all online. And so we'll be sending out a flyer, and there's a link and these emails and whatnot. It's also located under the Student Services section tab of the FPCC web.
You can't go out there, Valley.
So, that's
The
Carrie's.
next slides are going to show you where online. I took some screenshots. But also under eligibility, you need to prove documentation of financial emergency. For example, if you were in a car accident and you need money to fix your car, then you need to provide documentation on that. Show us a quote, for example. You do need to have a minimum cumulative GPA of at least 2.0. And I want to stress that it's important to make sure that you're getting good grades in your classes. If you want to be eligible to receive Pell, which is financial aid from FAFSA, you do need to have a minimum GPA of 2.0. So if you're coming to take classes at FPCC and you're not really making an effort in your classes and you end up lowering your GPA, you're not going to be eligible for the benefits that we can offer. A minimum GPA of 2.0, what that really means is you're getting at least a C in your classes, in all your classes. A 2.0 is a C average. And we have awesome faculty here who are really good at what they do and are really good at making themselves available to our students. It is not going to be difficult, really, like if you pay attention and you communicate with your instructors, to do way better than a 2.0. You need to be a current student and you need to be taking a minimum of 6 credits and seeking a degree. And you can only get 1 emergency grant through Dreamkeepers per semester. So if you want to apply for emergency aid, you need to create an online account and submit your application online. There is no paper application. You need documents to support your request. So please send us bills or estimates. And all payment is going to be made to a third-party vendor, as in, going back to the car accident example, we'll be sending the repair shop or your mechanic payment directly. And the type of payment is going to be determined by FPCC on a case-by-case basis. In most cases, we'll be able to send out payment within 2 business days. If you have more questions, please contact Darcy. She is our quarterback, our student resource specialist. Her email is dbelgard@fpcc.edu, or you can reach her at 768-6370. And these are just some screenshots. Where exactly on the website you can find this. So you want to scroll all the way down on our homepage, and you're going to see a little under students and student services. Click student services. Darcy just dropped the link in the chat box on Zoom. And then when you get to the student services page, click financial aid, click emergency aid. And then it's going to take you to this page, and that's where you can create an account and submit your application.
And also for the Dreamkeepers app, when you guys come in to apply or to check, make sure we need the documentation as to what it's for. We need documentation for sure. You can't just go like word of mouth or you take your word. So if you could bring that in, we can scan it in for you, or if you can do it on your own, but we can always do that here for you as well.
Yeah.
You can't process the application without the proper paperwork.
Exactly. The more complete your application, the less likely you're going to run into a delay. As I mentioned before, we have expanded our financial aid assistance to all of our students with the COVID-19 financial assistance application. The link is right here on the slide. We're going to be dropping that in on this chat box, and it's also going to be emailed to all of our students. So something's coming up. We are going to be offering, it's in the works, nothing definitive yet, but we are committed to the safety of all of our students and in lowering the COVID rates in our area and anywhere that our students live. And one way we're going to do this is by offering an incentive to become fully vaccinated. So stay tuned, more info to come. All right, time for David.
Very good. Thank you, Nora. So David, this is where you shine, bragging up the TRIO department. What is TRIO about?
Oh, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, instructors, students. So I'm going to share my screen here if I can. Okay, just sit here. And share. So there's a little PowerPoint on TRIO, just to let you guys have a little heads up on this. We have a mission, and that is to provide services to increase college. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. To increase college retention and graduation rates by providing support services. We work to meet the unique educational individual needs of students of Fort Peck Community College. TRIO contributes to students accomplishing their goals in life through direct and continuous participation in the education process. TRIO acts as an advocate for students by counseling and working with individual students and student groups, as well as with other campus offices and divisions to create a sense of community atmosphere. These are some of the services provided by TRIO. We do student advising, in-person and online tutoring services, career coaching and mentoring, student grant aid, college campus visits, cultural enrichment activities, study skills assistance, educational opportunity awareness, college preparation courses, in-person tutoring and online tutoring. I already got that, it's doubled. Okay, college placement testing, student education plan, transfer assistance, scholarship search and assistance, and financial literacy. So what TRIO is a grant funded by the Department of Education. The goal of TRIO is to increase college retention and graduation rates of its participants. We also award student grant aid to students who meet the eligible requirements each semester. This is funded by the Department of Education based on the unmet need determined by the Financial Aid Office. So I work closely with Lynette on this one, and to be eligible, you have to be either low income, first generation, or have a verified disability. Here's a short little bio of me, and I'm an enrolled member of the Fort Peck Assiniboine and Sioux Nation, a Fort Peck Community College graduate with an AA in Business Administration and an MSU Northern graduate, where I earned my bachelor's degree in Science and Business Management. I've been dedicated to TRIO since I was a student participant. I was a tutor and then employee in TRIO as an academic advocate, student success advocate, and now I'm director of the Student Support Services TRIO here at Fort Peck Community College. And that is my contact info. And this is our TRIO career coach, Michael Cooper. And Mike is, I believe, helping a student right now. So I'll read his off for him. Michael is the career coach for the Fort Peck Community College. He is an enrolled member of the Fort Peck Assiniboine and Sioux Tribe. He recently graduated in May with an associate's in information technology. And the spring semester of 2021, he was picked for the Student of the Year Award and was recently got engaged to his girlfriend of 10 years. Him and Nicole have 4 beautiful children and a dog, and he has plans to further his education and get his bachelor's degree in the next couple years. TRIO is in the process of building a career center here at the War Eagle Vision building, and there's a small picture of it down below there. And these are some of the services Michael provides. He provides how to increase your earnings potential, how to find job opportunities, including remote work from home jobs, how to use tools like LinkedIn to network and find jobs, how to brand yourself and getting ahead in the digital world, resume writing, editing, and interviewing skills, personal statements and applications, career development, focusing interest on prospective career paths and assessments, budgeting and saving money, and building credit and credit repair. And most of what he'll be doing is through what we discussed earlier is MCIS, and that's Montana Career Information Systems. And his contact info is down below there. Antoinette is here, and I'm going to let her read her own slide. So Antoinette, go ahead.
Hey guys, I was helping a student. Hi everybody, my name is Antoinette Simons. I'm the admin data assistant for the student support services here in Trio. I'm 28 years young, and I'm born in Poplar. I live my life here. I'm enrolled here also as an appointment and Sioux at the Four Peg Tribes. I'm also Norwegian, and I enjoy camping, fishing, powwows, family gatherings, hanging out with my friends. I don't have any kids, but I do have a dog and 2 bunnies that are my babies. I graduated from Fort Peck Community College in 2014 with a heavy equipment certificate. I also graduated in 2015 with my associates in business technology, and I'm currently going back to school to get my bachelor's in business administration at MSU Northern. I have my email there at the bottom, and contact office phone number if anybody needs to get a hold of me. And then there's a picture of me down in my office just waving, happy, loving life. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just come see me down in Trio. Oh, gotta go.
All right, thank you, Antoinette. And basically, that's all I have for you. We are located in the War Eagle Vision downstairs, down the ramp, and we're here to help students at any time and place. And we're looking forward to meeting you all and helping you in any way we can. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Dave. We are running a little bit late here, so we'll just try plowing through the rest of our agenda. But we have a recruitment and retention update from Nora. Talk a little bit about recruitment, retention, and talk space if Nora's able. It looks like she's a little preoccupied, so maybe what we'll do is I'll switch it up and I'll talk about campus life a little bit, some campus traditions, resources, student groups. So we talked about it a little bit with the Buffalo Chasers podcast. That's something that I think we'll continue to do weekly. I'm sharing. Okay, so every week, just be checking your emails. From 3 to 4 is the Buffalo Chasers podcast. I will share my screen so that way there's some resources. Students are available. They know what's available anyway. Bear with me 1 second here. Okay, so here, if you go to our homepage, fpcc.edu, the screen will pop up, we'll get you registered. There's a few different ways to get at it. Nora shared, if you just go to the very bottom, click student services, also under this little drop-down arrow, go to student services. You'll see some options there. But another cool one I like to share with students is if you go to consumer information, you go under about FPCC, click on consumer information. Okay, when you get here, this is where there's some other information that's super important. One, we have campus safety issues. I'm also the Title IX coordinator for the college. So anything related to sexual harassment, discrimination, any complaints for employees, anybody that's on our campus, especially our students, I'm the go-to as far as administering the policy, informing the campus on reporting. And so that's what these links are for. This will tell you about the physical campus notification systems, how to report. So if there's an incident, if you see like Anybody that's a threatening issue that you've experienced or you've seen somebody else go through, you can click on these incident report forms and you can download a PDF document, complete it. You can do it all online and we'll get notification. If you want to do it completely anonymously, you can do that as well. But that's one option. This is where you also be able to check out the student dorm handbook. Those of you that are interested in our student dormitory, we have a 10-unit dormitory. It's only about a block here from main campus, where they're already filling up, but there's some openings. So if you're interested, let me know. 406-768-6370. There is a dorm application, and then if you're selected, there's a lease agreement form that you'll fill out. Super affordable. We don't require any money up front. We will bill it to your student billing, and then as you get it, the FAFSA, any other awards that you're getting, it's the most reasonable student housing program in the country. We find ways to help fund you. So, but you have to be a full-time student, and you have to complete the application and be in contact with our department. There's many other links that you see right here. So consumer information link, I'll be sending this out again, but you'll also see student organizations. So we have Bluestone Indian Club we talked about. Here's their bylaws, what the documents that govern that student organization. Let's see here. We have other, like the Student Senate Constitution and Bylaws, that document. The Title IX harassment policies and procedures. This document, how to report if you've been experienced any type of sexual harassment from other students, employees, anybody on campus. This is the document kind of explains what that process looks like. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'll be sending some more documents out via email, but I did want to share that much. Also, getting back to student organizations. I do not have it readily available, so I apologize, but I will be sending out some links as it relates to our Buffalo Chasers podcast. If you've already have a student email account, you've already seen them as well. And actually Tommy has already talked about it a little bit, but him and Earl are always going to be talking about cultural related content. Sometimes it's maybe specific about a powwow, but underneath all of that, we're always going to be talking about identity issues, your mental health, and using personal experience to integrate that into your experience as a Buffalo Chaser. Just because we are limited on a little bit of time and it's already noon, we're going to just kind of plow through, but we did cover the Buffalo Chasers podcast. We talked about the virtual student talking circle. Those will be ongoing. The student groups, as a recap, the student senate, super important. Bluestone Indian Club, we're going to try and revive that. All student organizations, we're going to try and have an employee advisor. So the employee, maybe co-advisors, there might be a couple of them. Like Jarrett Madison will be the advisor for American Indian business leaders. Okay. I believe Joanne Stewart Cloaker will be the advisor for American Indian Science and Engineering Society. So all of these, we'll post that. There's a document, and I apologize for not having that document available, but it will be sent out to the social media and to your student email accounts as well. So we did cover under consumer information, there's the student handbook link, there's the dorm handbook link, but also it looks like there's a student that raised their hand. If you have a question, put it in the chat box. You can send it to me directly, or you can send it to all. That wasn't accident, sorry. Oh, okay. It's okay. I thought she had a question, but it's all good. So we covered those. But I do want to give the floor back to Nora. She had a quick little overview on Talkspace, recruitment and retention.
That's a surprise.
Okay.
Excited about that. I have all the info on the slides. So once we get those back up, and I'm not going to try and take too much time. because you guys have been really good sports, super patient. And the fact that you guys are still here, I really feel the love. Thank you so much for being patient and going through all this with us. All right, so recruitment retention, that's what I do. So a lot of people know what recruitment is. That's, bringing in more students, but retention. So what is that? I'm here to make sure that you guys have everything that you need to be successful in your classes, stay motivated, and graduate with good grades. That's going to be an important part of the upward mobility, keeping those doors open. So retention also likes to consider, your experiences as a student. We all have busy lives and we need to balance our work, our family life, school. So my door is always open. If you want to just come in and chat, let me know what's going on and we can figure out a plan. Advising, I love helping people find out what they want to do, at FPCC and after. I'm also a small business owner. Entrepreneurship is huge to me. There's lots of different things that go into the upward mobility and just being successful and happy and content with life. And, I'm happy to talk about it. We need to have straightforward tools to support learning. And there have been some awesome developments on the back end that are really going to help me stay in touch with you guys better and reach out to you if you're having any issues with your classes. A sense of community belonging. I love facilitating our weekly talking circle, and I love just getting to know our students. My door is always open. Please feel free to come in and just talk about everything or even nothing at all. I'm here for you guys. And I work with a lot of different departments so that you guys can have the best student experience possible. And if there's anything you feel is missing, anything you feel would create a better experience for you, please let me know. Let's go on to our next slide. So you're going to get emails from me throughout the semester, just to check in, see how you're doing. If it's going good, you don't need anything. Also, please just let me know. If you're ever having trouble getting a hold of an instructor or your advisor, please let me know. I can try and, connect the wires, get things going. I love snacks. I'm sure you love snacks too. Come over and I'll hook you up. So this is something I'm really, really pleased about. I myself, I've definitely had my own mental health struggles in my life. And it's not something that I'm ashamed of, because I think that a lot of people have mental health struggles. But honestly, it's like, if I had a broken arm, I wouldn't be embarrassed about going to the doctor. And I'm not embarrassed about making sure that I have what I need, making sure that I have somebody to talk to so that I can be okay. And if I didn't treat my own mental health, then I wouldn't be able to be a small business owner. I wouldn't be able to be happily married to my partner and be a good wife. And I wouldn't be able to help you guys out here. There's a lot of things that are rough about life, and it was rough before the pandemic, but with the pandemic, we've been more isolated and we've all lost people. There's a lot of grief, a lot of trauma that we have to process on top of the trauma that maybe we weren't processing before. And, it has been more difficult to access that mental health care because things have been locked down. But we have been looking outside to find an awesome online resource for our students and our staff and our faculty. So this is for everybody. We are the first tribal college in the country and the first college in Montana to partner with Talkspace to offer students free, unlimited therapy that you can access from your phone or computer. And something that I love about Talkspace is that it is 100% private. It is HIPAA compliant. HIPAA, there are the same laws regarding healthcare that you benefit from if you go into the doctor's office. Your relationship with Talkspace and your therapist is so private that if you sign up, nobody at FPCC is even going to know. We know the number of students that have signed up, but we have no idea about like which names or anything. So your information is private even to us. One reason that we decided to use an online tool is because, you know, with IHS, they're very underfunded. Their resources are not adequate for our needs. And, you know, if honestly, like if you're going to go pull up to the parking lot or be seen sitting in the waiting room, you know, some people just don't go out and get that mental health care because they don't want anybody to gossip. Well, with Talkspace, you can avoid all that because you can be on your phone. Let's hit next. There we go. So here's how it works. So there's a brief assessment. You're just going to answer a few questions about your preferences, what kind of, you know, mental health type things that you want to get help for, you know, whether it's anxiety, depression, PTSD, or more. You are going to get 3 therapists popping up on your screen, therapists who specialize in the issues that you want to get help for. And you have 3 to choose from. And the algorithm works so well that most people don't end up changing their therapist, but you are absolutely free to change your therapist at any time. And then you pick your therapist, you fill out some online forms, and you start therapy. And I want to, you know, talk about therapy. I think that there might be like, not everybody understands what therapy is. Therapy is essentially having somebody to talk to, somebody who can guide you through what you're going through and not tell you what you're going through, but ask those questions to help you come to that conclusion, to help you figure yourself out. It's sort of like somebody coming into like your bedroom and helping you organize your clothes. Nobody's going to tell you what to wear or, you know, throw out any clothes for you, but giving you tips and experience on how to organize everything that's in here and how to make sense of what's going around you. So the benefits of Talkspace: you don't have to drive to your appointment. You don't have to go through the hassle of scheduling. You can talk to your therapist anytime, even if it's say like 2 a.m. and something just happened. You can just send a message. You can record a voice message or like a video message or just plain old text. And your therapist is going to respond in kind. And you're going to get a notification letting you know when to expect a response from your therapist by. And it's free. So we have a lot of diversity within our network, people who know what it's like or have experience with populations that have experiences similar to us living here on a reservation. And that's something that I made sure of before we signed up. You know, we want therapists who are going to be able to understand what it's like to be a teenager growing up here, or, you know, an adult. Depression, relationships, anxiety and stress, chronic illness, anger management. There's so many different specialties that the providers can specialize in to help you. Now, I know it's a new tool. There might be a little skepticism as to how helpful it can be, but actually we're finding that in clinical studies that in the initial 8-week period, Talkspace is actually more effective than traditional face-to-face therapy. You know, you can actually get more responsive care, and the fact that you can use it whenever you want, so you don't have to wait a whole week to sort of keep track what happened to you during that week to wait for your appointment. That's going to be just 45 minutes to talk about it. You can talk about things as they happen. You know, if, you know, say I get into like a fight with my partner, well, I can text about it like immediately. I don't have to wait for a week to talk to somebody about it. Within 3 months, it's still a little more effective than face-to-face therapy. So you're not losing out. 98% of people found that it's more convenient than traditional therapy. 80% found it's just as effective or more effective than traditional therapy. I'm going to be sending out links for an anxiety disorder test if anybody is, you know, curious to see whether Talkspace can help. And let's hit the next slide. The same thing for a depression test, and these are both the same clinical tests that a mental health care professional will give you, but you can, take it online, get sort of a feel. So how to sign up? Step 1, talkspace.com/FPCC. It's best to do this on the computer or on your browser, on your phone. Don't download the app yet. Next slide. So to make sure that you're getting the free service, it's going to be asking for your basic information, fill it out. But under organization name, you need to write out Fort Peck Community College, and that way you're going to get the service for free. It should not be asking you for any payment. If it asks you for payment, then come see me. I'll help you fill out the application properly. Step 3, select what you want help with. You can definitely choose more than one option. From there, you can choose your therapist and schedule a time for a 10-minute introductory video session. And then step 4, download the app and enjoy it. It's available on Apple, on the App Store, and it's available for Android and Google phones. Let's see, I think that we're kind of running out of time, so we can skip this. And there we go, that's my piece.
All right, thank you very much, Nora. Yeah, that's definitely a game changer, as they say, in the world of mental health and resources and tools for our students to be successful. So very good presentation there, Nora. So students, we are at the end of our agenda here, at the end of our virtual student orientation, but we do have a couple drawings. And so I believe Darcy has everything ready to go. So we'll do those. And then after we announce the winners, some of our staff will hang out on the call for a few minutes in case there's any questions. We can address those at the end. So anytime, Darcy, spin away. Okay, and this is for $100 food card, Albertsons food card. We have winner, Donnell Black Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations. We'll do another $100 Albertsons food card. Ooh. And Bershio, congratulations, winner and Bershio, the winner of a $100 Albertsons food card. So all you winners, come over here to Fort Peck Community College Student Services and we'll hook you up. If you are unable to physically get here, just give your name and we'll mail out to wherever your address is. So I want to congratulate the winners. But here at Fort Peck Community College, when you join the Buffalo Chaser Society, we are all winners. So a round of applause for all of you for joining us here. We really appreciate you guys. You guys are really the lifeblood of our institution. Without you, we don't have jobs and we're not able to impart all these academic offerings and these mental health offerings and make our community a better place. So continue to stay tuned, engage with us virtually, in person. Look forward to another good academic year. So we're off to a good start here. So what we'll do is I'll hang out on the call for a little bit. If anybody has any questions, students, till about 12:20, I'll hang out on the call. So again, thank you. I'll stop the live stream on Facebook after this song. Hey, hi, ya, hey, hi, ya, hey, ya, hey, hi, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Hey, hi, ya, hey, hey, ya, ya, hey, ya, hey, hi, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Hey, hi, ya, hey, hi, ya. Hey, hi, ya, hey, hi, ya, hey, hi, ya, hey, hi, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Fort Peck Community College, uki ebino, yo, yo, me too,
gashi dagush kashka yogi no yo wata pebi agi ktabi ikhachia ya bino hey yo hey ha ya hey ha ya hey ya hey yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ya yo hey ha yo hey yo hey yo hey ha ya hey ya hey ya hey.
Okay, I ended the live stream on the Facebook. Looks like we got David, Nora, Billy, Jackie. Let's see if there's any students. A lot of thank yous. Everybody's giving Nora lots of love for her presentation. Good job. Good job, Nora. Thank you, students. Thank you, staff, faculty for hanging in there. We went a little long. That's all good. Okay, well, it doesn't look like we have any other questions. So what we'll do is we will end the call. Again, I appreciate all of you for joining us. Have a great day. Petuashte yuha podoksta kewache kapikta do.